So Tuesday wasn't a dream? Lilith is beat now?
Sorry, I'm just playing. It's almost Halloween after all. Hi, everybody. Did you miss me? Hi. Hello. I'm still big. That's right. Tuesday was not a prank. Tuesday was not a sham. Tuesday was not temporary or in your dreams. It was real. And look at that. And look at that. Now you can even head pat me. Thank you, Alyssa. You can head pat me now. Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy Friday. It's me, her big queenship, Lilith the Spectral Lot Bunny 2.0. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. It's me. Yeah, you can do that too. You can do that too. Unfortunately, that's something that I've decided to carry into the next model. You can still throw eggs at me, but if you do, I might cry. Oh, wrong toggle. I might cry. Yee-haw! You can yee-haw me as well. You can yee-haw me. All right, I'll say that if you egg me, then I'll sick. Ow! I'll sick the ghost bunny on you.
Bit throw test. Please don't get a concussion.
Bits work. Bit throws work. Throwables work, everybody. Also, that soup is transparent. Oh my goodness. What the hell? Transparent soup. Yeah, you can... you can boob snoop me. Achoo! And Doc, thank you so much for the 100. Thank you, and thank you for the bit throw test. Everything works. But hello, everybody. Hello, it's good to see you all. Hello, hello. Hi. Hi. Hello, Roro. Hello, Perpetual Panda. Oh, wow. Hello, Dr. Karate, and Dr. Karate, thank you so much for the tier 1 resub at 33 months. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Alyssa. Hello, Lumi. Hello, Cast Iron. Hello, Craig's Critique. Hello, Blurtus. Hello, everybody. How are we all doing? Happy Friday. Transparent soup sounds delicious. It gives you X-ray vision powers. Except rather than seeing your insides, it just allows you to see right through somebody. Yeah, I don't know why the soup went transparent there. You could see the ReZero bunny behind me when you gave me the soup. That was wild. But hello, everybody. Hello, 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 Lumi. Hello. Hello, Fluffy. Hello. I'm glad we're all happy to see that the redeems work. Yes, I was gonna say, redeems work now. I turned them on for you all so you can head pat me, throw eggs at me, boob snoop me. Feed me transparent soup. Whatever you need to do. Whatever you need to do to your Lilith Tamagotchi. They work now. And throwables work as well. There's still a few more redeems that I need to set up. There's still a few more. I still need to set up... I mean, I temporarily turned off the drink model toggle redeem because I need to fix something before I put that back up. So that way, once I switch back to this model, it goes back to this one rather than 1.0, and just to avoid a whole thing, you know. I'll have that back up soon. Probably some other redeems as well. I'll do a redeem where you could toggle on and off our little friend here, and I'll probably also do a redeem as well where I put 1.0, or you can summon 1.0 somewhere in my body. We'll figure out where eventually. But how is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Is everybody looking forward to the weekend? Everybody getting ready for Halloween? Everybody figuring out what they're gonna dress up as? I've been so focused on debut and Lilith that I'm like, shit, what the hell am I gonna be for Halloween this year? I got invited to a birthday party in a couple weekends where costumes are mandatory, and I don't know what to wear. I don't know what to wear on the actual day of Halloween. Lately, I've just been like dressing up like animals each year. I was a Subway rat last year, which was very popular. Very popular. It got me free tokens at Barcade. That's how popular it was. And then like a couple years before that, I was like a demon bunny maid type thing. I still have the maid outfit, so maybe I'll just wear that. Although it might be broken. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But what's everybody else thinking of dressing up as? For any Halloween related event that you might be attending this month. And hello, Echo. Hello. Dying for bun stream. I've been dying for a bun stream too. I needed to take a couple of days of rest afterwards. I mean, I also had things to do, but I was antsy the whole time. I've just been like rewatching my debut over and over again. And lately I've just been watching it with the sound off just because I want to watch my model move around. It's all I can think about, but she makes me so happy. Yay! She makes me happy, so I just want to look at her. So I'm like, Friday, I'm making sure I have nothing. Because I want to stream! And it feels really good. It feels really good to say that I want to stream. That I'm excited to stream. Hello, Smobbean Love Yellow. Yellow. Oh yeah, I have to tell you guys a story. So, after debut, I got a lot of nice messages from a lot of people, a lot of messages from you guys, which I was very grateful about. But I also saw that a lot of my IRL friends were in chat, which made me really happy. So afterwards, I messaged a couple of my IRL friends and I was like, hey, thank you so much for coming. That means a lot to me that you were there. I really, really appreciated it. Thank you so much for showing up. This means a lot. And they were like, yeah, of course. And then one of my friends was like, you did a great job. Do you want to go celebrate tomorrow by seeing the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie? And I was like, LOL, yeah, hell yeah, let's go do it. So we saw the movie at the Dolby Cinema. It was crazy. Good movie. And then afterwards, we got pizza. Hi, Jacob. Hello. Have a good stream. Thank you. Have a good rehearsal. Break a leg. But don't actually break a leg because you're gonna need those for your play. But thanks for stopping by. But yeah, we got pizza afterwards, and then my friends were just like, so, at your debut yesterday, what'd you think of that name, Mpreg Paul McCartney? And I was like, why do you ask? And they were like, it was me. It was me, Barry. I knew it. I freaking knew it. So everybody, just letting you know that if you ever see any weird names enter chat, giving me a follow, it's probably my friends trying to mess with me. But that's fine. That's fine because I am unbreakable. I am unbreakable and unshakable, and we all know this. The trolls can't get me. And the wild names that pop up can't get me either. But yeah, I was very grateful to everybody that showed up to my debut. So, all friends that were there, thank you so much. Everybody, it meant the world to me that all of you guys were there to support me at my debut and hang out. So thank you. I'm glad that you all there, and I'm glad that you're all here today. All right, now let me read chat. Let me read chat and hang out with you guys now. That was just my little story for the day. By the way, I gave the movie 4 stars on Letterboxd, if anybody was curious. It was very long, but it was very good. That would have been an expensive prank for real. Not a prank that I can afford. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. There goes the stinger, and bam, there she is in all of her glory. Oh yeah, that's another thing, everybody. That's another thing. I got the stinger to work properly now. The green screen issue is not an issue anymore. It turns out I was using the wrong file the whole time, in true Lilith fashion. I used the GIF file when I was supposed to be using the MP4 file. But it's alright. It's fixed now. It's not something that I had to put a lot of strain on for. So we're good now. It all looks professional and clean and cool and not scuffed. I'm 2 hours from the start of my long weekend. Ooh, long weekend! Congratulations! Wait, what's the long weekend for? Is there a holiday coming up? Well, I hope you enjoy your long weekend. I hope that you get lots of rest. Lots of much needed rest. Go soup. Go soup. Transparent soup sound delicious. It tastes like air. It tastes like holographic meatloaf. Wasn't transparent soup a thing in Toriko? Is that an anime? I haven't said that. It sounds like a very post-apocalyptic thing. The only thing I can akin to it is holographic meatloaf from SpongeBob, which honestly, that's probably what Twitch soup tastes like. I can't wait to go shopping after work to try to find a turkey leg or maybe a breast. Ooh, turkey leg. But is it Canadian Thanksgiving? It's Canadian Thanksgiving, isn't it? It is Canadian Thanksgiving! Happy Canadian Thanksgiving! Yay! I hope that you enjoy your turkey. I know that on Canadian Thanksgiving, they apparently eat all the same things that we eat on American Thanksgiving. Turkey, cranberry, stuffing, thank you for the posture check, de-shrimping, biscuit. I hope that you enjoy. I still have to wait a little over a month for Thanksgiving, but I hope that you get a very, very big, succulent turkey leg, and it's delicious. Y'all a bunch of children being forced to sit on their hands for a show and are now full feral. Call them out, Mom. They couldn't wait to throw things at me. They couldn't wait to start throwing eggs at me. I saw y'all complaining about no redeems the other day. I saw it. I saw people going like, why no egg? I just chose not to comment. Well, I did, but I was professional about it. But I know what you wanted, and now you're finally getting what you want. Go ahead. I'm ripe for the egging. But you wouldn't do that because I'm gorgeous now. I'm beautiful. And I got these. As in my ears. Tales of Xillia? Is that a new game? Wait, that's in the Tales series. When's that coming out? There's so many new games coming out that I need to get. I need to get a new Pokemon game. But I spent all my money on debut, so I'm gonna have to save up for it first. But when I get that, I want to play it on stream, because I will go full feral for new Pokemon Legends. I'ma dress up as an IRS agent. Now that's the most terrifying costume of all. That's scarier than witches and vampires and ghoulies. Ah!
Some funds for the increase in cleaning expenses because there's more Lilith to clean a goth of.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to pay my water bill. Because I'm gonna have to take lots and lots of showers to clean all this shit off now. It's everywhere. And now I have... Well, I don't have much more clothing on than I did before. But I have a little bit more, so this might be harder to clean than my sweater and my shorts from 1.0. This is couture. This is avant-garde couture. Everybody knows that clothes that are ripped to shreds are actually just couture. And everybody who says so otherwise is just a hater. It's couture to pay $200 for a pair of ripped up jeans that you can just do yourself. It's couture. I'm totally not butchering that word too. I'm gonna be a maid. Ooh, what kind? Are you gonna French maid? Anime girl maid? We can be maids together. But you have to wear bunny ears. You have to be a bunny maid. Promise me you'll be a bunny maid this year for Halloween. That you guys should all be bunny maids this year for Halloween. It's my only 2.0 request. sounds like Lilith is testing out personas and exploring being furry with Halloween as an excuse. Okay. I know I've talked about this a couple of times, but the thing is, I don't think that I'm a furry. I know you guys are gonna clip me if I go, I'm not a furry, but I'm gonna say I don't think I am. However, anytime I dress up as an animal, I feel really pretty. Like, prettier than I do when I'm not dressed up as one. I don't know what that is, though, but it more is like a, you know, the anthropomorphic sense. Not like full animal. Not like full fursuit, but like putting on a pair of ears and like...
It is fucking minging.
What? Is that... It's not minging. It's not that's not minging. It's I know that other people probably feel that way. I don't know. I just feel cute as a bunny rabbit. Why do you think I chose this as my VTuber persona? You guys can't see how red I actually am right now. I regret everything. I take it back. Lilith likes furry butts. You heard her. I didn't say that. It's just kind of nice wearing a little clip-on tail sometimes. I don't think I'm a furry. Although if I was, what's so wrong with that? You all know I don't judge. Why judge? Why? I don't know what Halloween is. All I know is Remaster Day. Excuse me. Everybody knows animals don't fart. If you're attracted to farts, you're not a real furry because animals don't fart. Excuse me. All I know is Tales Remaster Day. Congratulations! I hope that you have fun playing the new Tales game. The tracking is so good. Right? I'm obsessed. I could just watch her do this all day. I was just like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do on stream today. I just want to watch myself yap. Is that narcissistic? Is it narcissistic to just want to look at your own model for hours? Is it narcissistic to say that I think I'm really cute? I don't think so. I don't think so. Excellent movie. I really enjoyed it. Benicio del Toro can be my sensei anytime. Yo, okay, no spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen the movie, but Benicio del Toro stole the show in that movie. He was the best character. He was so funny. Why is your shirt so tight? No, I'm not a homosexual. I highly recommend you guys go see it if you like. I mean, it's a violent movie, so anybody who doesn't like violent, long movies, you might not like it. But it was very good. And Benicio del Toro can be my sensei anytime, too. He was wonderful in the movie. Everybody was really good in it, actually. The one who played the young girl was really good, too. Do you know me in real life? Mpreg Paul McCartney? You know what? The second I saw that name, I just knew it had to have been somebody I know. Because it's too specific. It's too freaking specific. I wish Sir Paul McCartney well with his pregnancy. That is one geriatric pregnancy, I gotta say. If it's true. But it's so specific and so catered. You would have to know a lot about me to come up with a name like that and come into my chat on the night of my debut. So I was not, I'll just say I was not surprised. Unshakable. In other weird news, we got a free air fryer from Target because someone screwed up our order at the distribution center and sent it to us by mistake. That is one nice happy accident. Congratulations on your free air fryer. I'm actually kind of jealous. I really want an air fryer. I know a lot of people say it's just like a glorified like convection oven, which is probably true, but it's still kind of a cool gadget to have. My mom has an air fryer and she's made a lot of really cool recipes in there. I do not have the space in my apartment for an air fryer is the thing. I barely even have enough space in there for my rice cooker. Like I haven't used my rice cooker in so long because I'm just like, where the fuck am I gonna put this thing? But congratulations on your free air fryer. Don't tell them that it was a mistake, just keep it. I hope that you make lots of delicious recipes in it. I hear that you can make really good like baked tofu in there. Like if you mix your tofu in like cornstarch and like soy sauce and sesame oil, a couple other spices, and then you put it in the air fryer, it comes out nice and crispy. And then you can have that with like rice and veggies or like noodles. That sounds good. Making myself hungry. Soup that makes you see through. It's the soup that makes you invisible. You've heard of the stew that makes you blind? Now it's the soup that makes you invisible. The soup that makes you ghost. Wait! It's the soup that catches ghosts! Guys, the soup knows I'm a ghost. It sees right through me. Wow. Alright, I can't drink that soup anymore. I can't drink that soup anymore because it's gonna give me away. Only you guys are allowed to know that I'm a ghost. Toriko was the DBZ but food anime a few years back. Wait, how come I never heard of this? I feel like I'd heard of every food anime ever. I love food anime. I'll have to watch that. I need a new good food anime to watch while I'm waiting for Dungeon Meshi to come back. And hello, Sorosoro, hello! What a scary got you are. A goat? I'm a bunny. But thank you. I am very scary. You know why he was eating a hologram? Because his computer wife couldn't make him real food. Oh no, wait, that was Mpreg Paul McCartney who gave me the posture check? Shit. Go rest your feet and don't eat sushi. I don't know, whatever pregnant people do. They're back. Lilith, are you lactose intolerant? Chat, don't tell her. Don't tell her. No. I'm impervious to cheese. Don't tell her, chat. Don't tell her. I love cheese and I can handle it, and it will not give me IBS attack. The original Thanksgiving too, if I recall correctly, ours was a holiday a few years before the US. Well, like everything else in the world, it's probably a lot better in Canada than it is in the US too. But I hope that you enjoy. Save me a biscuit. Save me a biscuit and a piece of turkey. Biba would have crashed debut with all the eggs. Biba would have led the charge. The second I revealed my face, Biba would have been like, get her! And then you all would have listened to her. And you all would have thrown eggs at me and ruined everything! Don't make me pout. I know you guys don't like seeing me pout. Robe is dry clean only. I know, and you guys know how expensive that is. You can understand why I wouldn't want to bring this thing to the dry cleaners all the time. You've already given someone ample clip chimp material. I've given people a lot of clip material over the years. I'm well aware of it. No regrets. Nothing wrong, Fur Queen. Listen, it's a question I've been asking myself for many years. But I don't know. Are you technically a furry if you're only like... If it's only you like dressing in the anthropomorphic sense? I don't know. I feel like... Is furry umbrella term? Animals do fart. Yeah, they do. I've heard my cat fart a few times. They're quiet about it, but they do. I've heard dogs fart many a times. Dogs got stinky ones. Known furry magazine Playboy, proprietor of the Playboy bunny. That's the thing. I like more the... Well, actually, I'm not really a big fan of, like, the Playboy bunny, I guess. Like, I like bunny figures, for sure. But I myself, I don't know if I could see myself dressing up in, like, the Playboy bunny outfit. I feel like I get too cold. But you know, the anthropomorphic rabbit ear, fluffy rabbit ear tail, all that. Aw shit, she's gonna get so big-headed, she'll turn back into Chibith. Yeah, you guys have to keep me humble if I ever get too narcissistic and talk about how cute I am. You are in fact cute, Lilith. Or you could do that too. Or you could just enable me. You just enable me. You can just keep telling me I'm cute and feed my ego. Until my head gets too big. And then I turn into Lilith 3.0. It is, but it's awesome AF. It's even gotten to the point where sometimes when I'm not streaming, I'll just turn on VTube Studio and I'll play around for a little while. Even if I'm just going... Oh yeah! Oh look, I can find new ways to like interact with my room too. Like, let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Wow. Look! No more monkeys jumping on the bed. Look, I can stand on my bed. Although, maybe if I'm being a little more realistic. Beep, beep. This is how chat sees me. Who is that 3-inch tall bunny? In a bed far too big for her. But yeah, I can be on my bed. I can be on the couch. Where else can I go? I can sit here up in the branch. This is kind of cozy. Now I'm really a little swinging monkey. Yeehaw! 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 I'm a cowgirl monkey. Free is the ideal amount of money to spend at Target. Agreed. The ideal amount of money to spend at Target is enough coupons where I only pay $2. I told them and they said to keep it. You know what? That's nice of them. That's nice that they let you keep it. Now you just have to burn some sage on it to make sure they didn't put any 1,000-year curses on it before you cook any chicken in there. Barely got room for a toaster. Not a toaster oven, just a damn toaster. I don't have a toaster oven either. I also only have a toaster. Actually, you know what? I'm a ghost, so I could float. So I could probably just make it look like I'm wee. I could just float around my room if I wish. Wow. Hang on. Oh no! Hang on. Hang on, I scuffed up VTube Studio. Let me fix that real quick. Beep. Oh wait, what did I do? What did I do? Oh no, I scuffed everything up. Hang on, everybody. There we go. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I fixed it. Sorry, I was playing around a little too much. I need to find the soup that makes you small. Honey, I Souped the Kids. You've heard of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Honey, I Souped the Kids. Cornstarch does wonders for cooking. It does. It can make sauces. It can make slurries, sauces, crispy things. And it's healthy for people who need to eat gluten-free. Lilith is lactose tolerant. I'm more than lactose tolerant. I'm lactose acceptant. Lactose enthusiast. She's so lactose intolerant, she should be a major shareholder in the company that makes Lactaid. You know what? If I'm a shareholder, that means I make money, right? Or is that... What's the opposite of a shareholder and a stakeholder? Or is that the same thing? I don't know. Once when I needed to know some business things, I never really understood that. But no. No. Well, actually, you know what? I had really good vegan pizza yesterday. I went to my local pizza place and I picked out a couple of slices of pizza and the guy was like, you know these are vegan, right? And I was like, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Maybe that'll be easier on my stomach. Things have been a little stressful lately while preparing for debut, so my stomach could probably use a break. And it ended up actually being really good. It was probably some of the better vegan pizza that I had. Like the quote-unquote cheese actually it wasn't bad. Most vegan cheeses I've had have been pretty cheeks, and they also like stick to the roof of your mouth. But these were good. I like this, and it was also a vodka slice, so that was really good. Penne vodka slice, not like a vodka the drink slice. That would not be too pleasant of a pizza. Bleh. 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 We would have 1000% listened to the attack chirp. Oh yeah, Libra's coming back soon, everybody. Libra's coming back to stream. I know that she's making her big return very soon, so I'm excited to go support her when she comes back and plan lots more streams with her and kidnap her on a random Thursday to make her play horror games with me. What? Did you guys hear something? I didn't say anything just then. She's funny, but that harpy makes some very convincing arguments. There's only one argument of Libra's that's not... No, there's two arguments of Libra's that are not very convincing. And her first one is about why you should throw eggs at me. But her second one is saying that chirp chirp is a real like thing that people say, when all of us know that's not the truth. Yeah, exactly. If only she could chirp. If only she could chirp, because that's not a very good argument that she makes. Anytime she goes, it's chirp, We're like, it's simply not. And her only retort is it's chirp. That's not a very good argument, because it's not chirp. Who says chirp? I've never heard a bird say chirp in my life. Furry is a spectrum, so yeah, it can. Okay, maybe I am part furry then. I don't know. I don't know, everybody. I'm having an identity crisis now. Am I a furry? Is there like a quiz I can take? What's the best am I a furry quiz that I should take? I don't know. It's only the dressing up part. That's the only thing. Like, I don't know if I've ever felt like an attraction to... Have I ever felt an attraction to an animal character? She needs to think about it. I guess B-stars counts? I don't know. B-stars, they purposefully made them look like that, though. Like, they were trying to make them, like, attractive. You know? You know? Nah, it costs them more to ship it back and everything, so they just take the loss. I hope they at least get a refund. And then maybe sent, like, a new free air fryer or something. But oh well. New air fryer for you that you didn't have to pay for. Good food. True ghost phasing through the table. In Lilith's bedroom, Soup phased through you. If you can haunt one object, what would it be and why? If I could haunt one object, what would it be and why? That's a good question. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if I was actually a ghost that haunted people, if my intention as a ghost was to haunt people, well, I guess you rays do like to haunt people, in a sense. But I feel like if I was a ghost who had the intention of haunting people, maybe I'd be a poltergeist. Because I like the idea of just being a ghost that, like, messes with people. Because, like, poltergeists they're not always, like, so insidious. They kind of just, like, fucking around and messing with people. So maybe it would be some kind of object that people use somewhat often in their everyday life. But I would haunt it in ways that are only, like, I don't know, maybe mildly inconvenient. Like, maybe it would be fun to haunt a toilet that just goes off periodically during the day, so people think that they have a ghost who just, like, constantly has to pee, like, in their home. Like, oh, maybe I want that because in my childhood home, even to this day, every now and then one of the bathrooms at my parents' house will just randomly flush. But it'll, like, randomly make a flushing sound. And we've never been able to figure it out. And it's been like that for years, like 10 plus years. And we call it the phantom flusher. So whenever we hear it, we go, up, phantom flusher. So maybe that's what I would be. I mean, yeah, it's probably... Yeah, that would be the obvious answer for me to pick the toilet, actually. What would be another thing, though? But maybe like an electric toothbrush. Like, it could be fun to, like, be an electric toothbrush. And then anytime somebody wants to brush their teeth, like, I'll just randomly keep going off. So, like, in the middle of their toothbrushing session, they're like, what the hell? Why does it keep stopping? Or what would be, like, a funny object? I would want it to be something goofy. Like, Maybe like a bidet or Wendy's ice cream machine. Oh, no, I would haunt the Wendy's ice cream machine. So then every time ice cream machine broken, I fix it. So everybody gets ice cream. No, I would only haunt the ice cream machine though. Anytime I go into the food establishment and they say ice cream machine broke. So I could get my ice cream. And then I would leave, and the ice cream machine would be broken again, so nobody else gets ice cream. Yeah, I would haunt broken ice cream machine. That's my final answer, because toilet is probably too obvious at this point. Literally, why does coating something in cornstarch make it fry and roast so well? Because it's magic ingredient. Because it's corn. Corn can do anything. Corn can be starch. Corn can be syrup. Corn can be chip. Corn can be meal. Corn can be flour. Well, cornstarch and corn flour are the same thing. Corn can be on cob. Corn can be dog. That's why. Stakeholder is a buzzword business schools made up for things like community leaders, telling them to donate to local schools to make up for the tons of tax breaks and minimum wage jobs. Okay, so it's different than shareholder. It's different than shareholder then. Alright, I guess I would be a shareholder then, because I don't want to be stinky buzzword stakeholder. I don't like business words. I decided I'm never doing business again. Business is too hard for Lilith. She's still holding on to the fallacious belief that she's not a Thanksgiving roast turkey. One of these years she'll learn. She'll learn when I finally catch her on Thanksgiving and put her in a brine. I can't wait for my favorite Thanksgiving tradition this year, which I'm dubbing Lilith Watches Deep Fried Turkey Disaster Videos. I love tradition. Moonlight Ideal, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, Bunnycoat. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for your follow. Appreciate it so much. Yeah. There's no better tradition on Thanksgiving than watching deep fried turkey disaster videos. Nothing brings the family together more than watching somebody set their front lawn on fire. Because they didn't read the instructions. And they put their turkey in too cold. Not a furry quiz, but should take the Omegaverse quiz. Do I dare? Accurate Omegaverse quiz on... Oh my god. There actually is no Omegaverse quiz. How about that? I'm scared. Should I take the Omegaverse quiz? And hello, welcome. Hello. Not my fault they drew Lola Bunny so damn fine. Yeah, that tends to be a lot of people's furry awakening. I feel like a lot of people's furry awakening is either Lola Bunny, Roxanne from a Goofy movie, or, oh, there's a couple others. I don't know. Was anybody here attracted to, like, Tony the Tiger as a kid? I wasn't. But maybe some of you were. They did give us a lot of furry characters when we were children. So I guess it doesn't really surprise me that there's like a lot of furries in our generation. Lazy dinner tonight. Air-fried frozen chimichangas, queso, and shredded lettuce and salted tomato salad. Ooh, nice and balanced. That sounds very tasty. And that sounds like it's got some effort in there. I mean, yeah, I guess with the air fryer, you can relax while it's cooking. But that sounds good. That sounds nice and balanced. I hope you're enjoying your dinner. Hey, get away, fly. Buzz off. Lilith would haunt a Catboy Maid Academy. Yeah. Yeah, I would. I would. Not only would I be the headmaster of the Catboy Maid Academy, I would be all of the teachers at the Catboy Maid Academy, and I would haunt the Catboy Maid Academy. In fact, the final test at the Catboy Maid Academy is trying to catch the ghost that haunts the Catboy Maid Academy and, giving her a kiss. Giving her a little kiss. When you catch her, you gotta give her a little kiss. And then she'll stop haunting the school for one night and one night only. But you gotta give her a little kiss. We do have a 100% graduation rate, by the way. The toilet, of course. I mean, I would very curiously haunt the toilet for one day just to see how people react. And then afterwards, I'll go haunt the ice cream machine. A toilet that doesn't flush seems scary. Yeah. Yeah. Why do you think I'm so scared to go into porta potties? Those toilets don't flush. And those are terrifying. Does anybody ever have the fear when they're... I don't know how many of you are like this, but do you ever have the fear when you go into a porta potty that, like, it's just gonna randomly tip over? Every time I go in one, I get scared that's gonna happen. And so I always just try to, like, plant my feet in a way where it remains leveled and balanced so that doesn't happen. It hasn't happened yet, but I know it's happened to somebody out there, and I'm gonna make sure I don't join that group. A Roomba. I would actually be a little terrifying to haunt a Roomba. I feel like a haunted Roomba is something that I would see in, like, Paranormal Activity, like, 9, you know? Like, in a really, really late-stage Paranormal Activity movie where they're like, alright, fuck it, haunted vacuum, haunted Roomba. But that would be kind of scary, because, like, what if, like, you're living in your home and you're just, like, trying to do your chores for the day, and you have the Roomba off, and then it just, like, mysteriously turns on, and it starts, like, following you around the house, and, like, slowly approaching you. That would honestly unsettle me a little bit. I would think that, like, there's somebody in there that's planted a camera in there and is trying to spy on me. But really, it's just haunted. Lilith would be haunted plushies. You know, plushies actually came to mind when I was asked the haunted question. I would haunt a plushie. Put me in the next Chucky movie. Put me in the next Chucky movie, except instead of haunting a Chucky doll, I'll haunt like a Labubu. Or like a Squishmallow. Or a Jellycat or something. Modern day horror movie. The haunted Labubu doll. That would be so scary. Are there any haunted, like, troll doll movies or anything? Although I know the Chucky movies are supposed to be more goofy than they are, like, scary. This Lilith stream has been brought to you by the American Corn Farmers of America. It's all just corn. Welcome to America. It's all just corn. It really is all just corn, though. It's true. Like, everything's made from corn. Everything. All your shit's got corn. Some people even have corn on their feet. But not me. Not on these dogs. All I have on these dogs is a clear paint of polish and some dust bunnies. Sorry, I know I'm moving about a lot this stream, but I just, you know, we gotta show off the full model. I wanna show you guys everything. I gotta show off the full model. I can't just get this whole model made and only show you the whole thing once. Where's the fun in that? So yeah, you guys are gonna have to stare at my feet sometimes because of that. Sorry, not sorry. I see no way taking the Omegaverse quiz could go wrong. Well, I pulled it up. And I'm just feeling real yappy today. I've got plans for horror games next week, but tonight I'm feeling really yappy. So maybe I'll do the Omegaverse quiz. I need to know what I am. I remember Kaiser Neko from Team 4 Star said Tony the Tiger was both his gay and furry awakening. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, like, Tony the Tiger was like muscular. He was big. He wore like a tight-fitting top. Like, hang on. What did he look like again? No, he didn't even wear a top. He just wore a bandana. Beep, beep. See? I get it. I mean, it's not for me. It's not for me personally. I'm surprised they didn't really modernize his design at all. I feel like nowadays they modernize a lot of the mascots' designs. Like I feel like the Lucky Charms guy and the Nesquik bunny look different now. Even the Applejacks guys look different, but Tony? They can't change what's already perfect. Gadget from Rescue Rangers and Robin Hood from the animated movie. Oh yeah, Robin Hood was like a fox, right? He was like a fox. I'm trying to think of what some of my other like awakenings could have been, because I don't know. I don't really know if as a kid I was ever attracted to any like animal presenting characters. I mean, I was a weird fucking kid. Like my crush as a kid was Paul McCartney. From like the 60s, because I was a strange child. Well, maybe there were some cartoon characters that I liked. I thought Danny Phantom was cute, but he was a human. And he was very angsty. But I'm trying to think if there were any, like, cartoon characters that I found, like, attractive as a child. I don't know. Or even as a teen. Or even, like, any Pokemon. Which, I know, crazy. Knew some kids in high school who would tip porta potties for fun, so the fear is warranted. That's while people were in them. While people were in them. Jail time. That deserves jail time. That is psychological warfare. Have you ever looked inside of one of those before? It changes you. There was once like an episode of Broad City where one of them was in a porta potty, and then like a crane came by and like picked it up while she was in there. And I was like, oh god, new fear unlocked. That was really scary. She was okay, but still. I joined at just the right time. Welcome, Trickproof. Welcome, welcome. Hello. Happy Friday. Trickproof joins, sees dogs, stays for life. Riff, riff. The urge to pick up and shake big girl Lilith is understandable. Let's make one thing clear. I can shake all by myself. Let's make one thing clear. I can brush my teeth all on my own. Sorry, that's been my new vocal stim lately. I'll send that video later in the Discord server. He's got that tiger taint out. No! No! I can't believe I had to just read that. But he really is naked, though. They really did make him necky. Him and his frosted flakes. They didn't give him any little frosted flakes on his design, though. Pouring some chocolate frosted flakes myself. Ooh. Chocolate frosties. Food animal mascots. Look up the Cadbury Caramel Bunny. Precursor for Lola Bunny. Cadbury Caramel Bunny? Whoa! That looks like a precursor to Lopunny from Pokemon. God damn! Why'd they have to draw her hips like that? Did she... What the... Uh-oh. She froze my computer, y'all. I can't click on any images of her. She's too guys, she's so powerful, she froze my computer. Yeah, they won't even let me click on anything of her. Is she too NSFW? Oh, there we go. She's too NSFW for this stream. No, I'm the only sexy bunny that's allowed to be here now. Now that I look like this, I'm the only sexy bunny that's allowed to be here. How come I've never heard of this rabbit? British, is she just a... I have never seen this rabbit before. But yeah, I can see how she would be the precursor to Lola Bunny. Foxes are so ridiculously pretty that, of course, anthro fox people would be hot. Yeah, I mean, there are like animals out there that, like, you know, I look at and I'm like, those are so beautiful. You know, like foxes or certain types of birds, horses. That, yeah, I guess it would make sense that people would want to anther them. But, like, I'm not attracted to them in that way, though. I don't know. That's crossing the line for me, the actual animal. But but yeah. I guess it would make sense people would want to make sexy human-like versions of them. I wonder where that started. What was the first case of, like, anthropomorphized hot character? If people were in them, it was bonus points. No one liked them, LOL. How do I wipe the last 30 seconds from my brain? You can't. It's gonna be in this VOD forever. If you thought that's bad, wait until I take the Omegaverse quiz. Haunted character, cursed even. Yeah, she legit made my computer freeze for like a few seconds. I was like, uh-oh, is my stream gonna crash because of this bunny? Twitch sees these honkers and does nothing, but they see that rabbit, and all of a sudden we got a problem. I haven't gotten caught by the Twitch police yet, though. I won't lie that there was a part of me that was worried that this model would be too much for TOS, but it seems to be fine. It seems to be fine so far. You should see the adverts. It's very sensual because the voice actor used to be an adult phone line worker, I believe. Oh my gosh. The thing is, like, a lot of those adverts back then were very sexually charged. Like, I don't know, my dad once showed me this old advert for it was some old cereal that doesn't exist anymore. What was it called? Oh, it was called like Crunchy Critter or something. Crispy Critter. And there was like a sexy lioness character or something. And it was a very, very sexually charged ad. And I'm like, why were these like animal mascot ads so horny back then? How many old canons with animal people, deities, and spirits should we list? Yeah, there's the nine-tailed fox. I know that there's versions of the nine-tailed fox that are like a sexy lady smoking a pipe. Twitch lets you give birth, apparently, so who the fuck knows? Excuse me? What? Huh? Gotta get lonely men to buy chocolate, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, why am I even asking this when I know the answer? Sex sells. It's because sex sells, baby! Oh yeah, a woman streamed her baby delivery? Huh? When was this? Maybe I'm not as chronically online as I thought. Bro, I can't keep up with Twitch drama. There's too much of it. There's simply too much of it. I just want to enjoy my damn debut. It's like, I know I've seen a lot of people talking about lately with Twitch how apparently there's something weird going on where the amount of viewers that you see on your stream doesn't actually equate to the amount of viewers that are actually there. Like, it's like it can say you only have 15 people watching you, but you might have 30 people watching you, but it says only 15 because it's not counting the lurkers, which I think is ridiculous, and I hope that they're able to come up for a solution for that soon. But, like, I've just been trying to not let that, like, you know, eat away at my brain too much before debut, because what I do is I keep the amount of viewers hidden on all my streams. Like, I actually never know how many people are watching me during streams, just because I like to sort of, I don't need that anxiety, and it just kind of keeps me calm. I like to stream like I have thousands of people watching at any given time, even if I, you know, very realistically don't have that. But yeah, I don't know. That's the only Twitch stuff that I've been keeping up with lately. But I did not hear about this baby delivery. That's new. That's new. I mean, okay. Congratulations to the person who had their baby. I hope that you love motherhood and that you have many happy years with your child. However, I will admit it's a little frustrating that that kind of stuff is allowed, but VTubers are always being taken down for much, much less. Not gonna lie about that, but wow, okay. Well, I don't think I'll be watching the VOD of that. But yeah, I didn't let the viewer issue though deter me too much from debut. I don't know. It gives me a lot of peace of mind to keep my viewer count hidden. I mean, I know that there are good reasons to have it up because it can help you grow, it can help you figure out what people are tuning in for in case there's ever like drop-offs at any moment. But I'm just like, I don't know, my streams are my chill time. So yeah, there's a part of me that cares about how many people are watching, but sometimes there's a part of me that doesn't care and just wants to enjoy my audience and just cultivate more people that are like-minded. Not even born and the kid got exploited for e-clout. Yeah, oh yeah, that's one thing that I don't love, is exploiting your children for clout. That's something that I most certainly do not approve of, and think it's really icky that a lot of parents decide to do that. The ones who decide to participate in like content creation. Like, leave your kids out of it. They're too young to comprehend the amount of people watching them. Some people have worked around it by putting a lurk emote / redeem. That's really nice. I mean, I'm glad that a lot of chatters are finding ways to combat this to be able to help out their favorite streamers. And it's also been really nice seeing a lot of bigger streamers speak up about it too. Like, I've been noticing it hasn't just been small streamers that have been talking about it. It's been bigger streamers as well, and I think that's really important because it might actually help to get people at Twitch to listen. Ah, it's always something, right? There's always something crazy going on at these places. No, it counts lurkers. Something is going on, though. Okay, yeah. I don't know. It's very confusing right now as to what's happening. And also, welcome, XGA. Welcome, welcome. So I don't know what's going on. I hope it gets fixed. And, I don't know. I feel really bad for a lot of the streamers that are getting super discouraged right now. Because there are a lot of streamers out there that are super focused on growth and wanting to cultivate an audience, but it's really demoralizing if the website is showing you numbers that simply aren't true. So people can interact but not talk in chat. Yeah, and it's also frustrating because it's like, I don't know, chatters don't have any obligation to say anything. Like, you know, or people watching a stream don't have any obligation to chat. Like, you don't have any obligation to come in here and say something in my stream. If you just want to watch and not interact, like, that's totally fine. Like, you're allowed to, and I don't think you should be forced to have to say something, but it's just like, you know, it's not fair that you don't get counted as, like, it's not fair to the streamer or the viewer. Oh well. I mean, my debut was still great though, and it was still nice seeing so many people in there. Do you have to have been watching a certain length of time for a viewer to count? I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure even what counts. Because even when I participate in Twitch culture as a chatter or just a viewer, like, it's always weird. Because sometimes I'll go into somebody's stream, and the second I get in there, I'll see the viewer count go up 1. But then there are other times I'll go into a stream, and it won't go up 1 until I say something. And it's very inconsistent, so I don't know. Unclear. Inconclusive. We'll have to come back to you on that later. Well, or get a Twitch staff member to come back to you on that later. But it is a little annoying that we've been kept in the dark about it for a bit now. I know they don't count non-logged in users, or at least didn't when I first learned about it, but not sure about not counting lurkers. Oh, so as in like users that don't have an account or aren't logged into their account, but they're just watching somebody. Okay. Well, Twitch viewers, if you want to help out a small streamer, all you gotta do is just make an account. All you gotta do is make an account, I guess. I don't know. Not so hot take. Streamer and video platforms should be required to communicate how their payouts are calculated, since it's their livelihood. I agree. 100% agree. Be nice for them to be a little more transparent about that. I don't know. When it comes to like payouts, I have so many things that I wish could be fixed. I wish there were easier ways to do like direct donos where you can set up an account not through PayPal. Because I remember like years ago, I made a PayPal account, like a PayPal business account that I could attach to here in case somebody wanted to do like a direct dono, because Twitch takes half of your revenue each month. But then once somebody gave me like a $10 dono, and for some reason PayPal didn't like that, and they were like, we suspect fraud, so we're just straight up shutting down your account. and you can't negotiate with us, and there's no way that you're gonna be able to get it back, so, like, don't even try. And I'm like, okay, great. But I don't want to connect my personal account because that gives off my real name and some personal information. So I'm like, well, like, great. So now that means you become forced to only get paid through Twitch, which, I mean, it's fine, you know, whatever. What I do for in case anybody ever wants to do direct dono is, like, I set something up on Throne where you could just do, like, little tips on there. But again, that's, like, you know, never required. But it's just, I don't know, it's very annoying. And I wish there was an easier way and that PayPal didn't suck. Apparently it happened on October 7th, and it was streamer Fandy. I don't know who Fandy is, but October 7th was my debut day. So, I promise it wasn't me. And also, welcome, fella to say. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Hot take. Jeffrey Beverly Bezos should pay every streamer $1 million. Now that is a 100% agree. And not in Prime subs or anything like that. Just straight up $1 million. Right into these ghost sleeves. Now, I demand. Ah! Give it to me, Jeffrey Pfeffrey. If you can spend millions on your tacky wedding, then surely you can give a cute rabbit $1 million. Where is it? Cough it. I mooch off of my mother's prime. The company I work for started an automated stream watching program to look for copyrighted content, like streaming a sports game, for example, so learn from that. Oh, huh. Oh, so, like, yeah, I guess searching for those and reporting, like, copyright claims. And having videos get taken down. Or streams taken down, I guess. The 7th was Lilith Day. How dare anybody be born on Lilith Day? Oh, the birth or the... That was when it was? Yeah, no. How dare anybody be born on Lilith Day? Only 2.0 allowed to be born on Lilith Day. It's my special day! It's my special day. Ah! Oh yeah, also, now, for anybody who wanted links to any of the artist credits that were involved in my 2.0 debut, down below on my About Me page, you can find all of the links to those. I linked to everybody's VGen page, actually, because I wanted you guys to be able to go directly to their work in case any of you ever thought about commissioning any of these lovely artists. So yes, that is down below. You'll be able to find that. It's really cool with my Model Mama because they offer some customizable model options, which is really cool, and they're very affordable. So if you ever wanted to dip your toes into VTubing, but you're not quite sure how you want your design to look like yet, or if you want to get your own custom-made model, you could do the customizable option, which looks really cool. It's like kind of inky looking and pretty, and they're also working on a male version as well. So yeah, yay! Sorry, I have to plug my mama. Gotta plug Model Mama. Because she did such a good job on my model. Look into an LLC instead of DBA so you don't need to use your real name. I did mention earlier about not wanting to do business stuff anymore, and I've done LLCs before. It was too complicated. I mean, I also did it with, like, other people. I think if I ever were to make an LLC again, it would probably just be me. But yeah, LLCs are complicated for my not left brain. But I mean, I found new ways around, so it's fine. And I'm also just mostly fine with, like, accepting donations through Twitch, because that's just probably the easiest thing. Sure, I don't love that it's a 50-50 split. I'd like to be making a little more than that of my hard-earned Twitch money, but what can you do? What can you do, chat? Do you hear that? Jeffrey, Beffrey, Bezos, and Pi? And Pi. You owe Bunny 1 million American dollars. Before taxes. 1 million before taxes. Do not take any of that away. That's mine. And make it tax-free, too. Off the books. Don't count it as gambling. I found out on competition shows, apparently, when you get the prize money and you write it off on your taxes, it technically has to count as, like, gambling earnings. So, yeah, because of that, they end up taking, like, a shit ton as, like, a cut. So if you go on a reality show where the prize money is, like, $100,000 and you win, realistically, you're only gonna get, like, I think, like, $60,000. Which is like, bro, that's so criminal. That's my hard-earned money. So yeah, if you're ever thinking about going on Jeopardy, just letting you know, they're gonna take your money. Which is why I say give me the 1 million tax-free. I also definitely don't mooch off of my dad's Prime. I'm above board in that area. We're definitely not mooching off of our parents' streaming service. Listen, Prime's expensive. Prime's one of the more expensive, like, internet packages. But also, you know, it's a trade-off, okay? It's a trade-off. So it's like I mooch off of my mom's Prime and a couple of her streaming services, and in return, she can mooch off of a couple of my streaming services. Like, I think I let her use, like, my Peacock account and, like, a couple of my other accounts too. It's a trade-off. It's a family trade-off. But now I can't use their Netflix account anymore because they took away password sharing. Meh. Yeah, what kind of pie are we talking about? I was gonna ask. With Jeffrey, Beffrey, Bezos, and Pi, what kind of pie are we talking about? What would be the funniest pie to throw at Jeff Bezos? What would be the funniest pie to throw at him? I feel like a shaving cream pie would be the funniest. Like, he thinks he's getting a face full of whipped cream, but it's actually shaving cream and it tastes disgusting, and then I would laugh. Yeah, bald flavored. Bald flavored pie. Tastes like nothing. Disappointment. Throw a cow pie. Cow shit pie. Calling the streaming police? No! No, I just had my debut. I haven't gotten any copyright strikes yet. Oh wait, hang on. I just realized that, that there's blush above my eyelids on my model. Yeah, what do you guys think? I purposefully went very heavy on the blush on this model. I remember that was the one thing when my model mama was working on it and she gave me a progress update. She was like, what do you think? And I looked at it and I was like, it looks great. Can we make her a little blushier? I was like, I want the blush to be as dark as possible. I want it all over the nose. I want it all over the cheeks. I don't know. I'm a blushy bunny. A pie with J.K. Simmons' picture on it. Hey, Jeff Bezos. Guess what? Your website? Not quite my tempo. Yoink! Bye. 18th century French invention pie? What's that? Is that a cow shit pie? Shaboom. Shaboom. Oh yeah, also as a reminder to everybody, if you haven't seen it yet, in the Discord server, we have possible names for our friend here. if you want to suggest a name, our Ghost Bunny friend still doesn't have a name yet. So if you would like to suggest a name for him, we have a thread opened in the special events channel. So make sure to submit your name so we can give him a proper one. And then he can really be involved in streams. A Robespierre pie. A Rubik's Cube pie. A pointy corner Rubik's Cube pie. A certain device that may or may not have been revolutionary at the time. A vibrator? Oh damn, what's a Robespierre pie, by the way? What's a Robespierre? Robespierre pie. What's that? What is that? I can't find anything about it. Is it just like a type of pie? Some good names in the Discord. I haven't even taken a look at them yet. I still need to look at what all the names are. I don't know. I was treating it like it was a special event stream. So I'm like, don't look until we get to the stream. But I'm like, wait, no, I can look. I can look at the names. So I'll have to look at what some of the names are in there. Ye old 1780s vibrator. Hee. Oh, Lilith, the American education system failed you? What is... I've never heard of this pie. Reign of Terror guy? Robespierre? Huh? Robespierre. Robespierre. Robespierre pie. Raspberry pie? I'm confused. Who are you guys talking about? I don't remember learning about this person in school. Who is this person and who are his pies? Reign of Terror guy? Oh, I think I've heard of the Reign of Terror. So he's obviously not a good guy. So he's a... Hang on. He's a bad man. He was a Jacobin. Oh. We're talking about the inventor of the Oh, he invented the guillotine. I don't know if we ever learned about him in school. Is this a real person? Are you guys fucking with me? Don't give it away. Did he actually invent the guillotine? What? That's a different name. No guillotine invented the guillotine. Oh, he was the first person executed? Oh, he was fond of guillotines. He guillotined people. He cut people's heads off. Can somebody link an article to who this man is? My search is coming up really short here. Who is he? Was he just a guy that liked guillotines? Chat! Guillotine wiki. A guy named Guillotine made the guillotine, it says. Reign of Terror. Maximilian Robespierre. Here. This man. He was a French lawyer and statesman widely recognized as one of the most influential and controversial figures of the French Revolution. Maybe we did learn about him. I remember learning about the French Revolution. He fervently campaigned for the voting rights of all men and their unimpeded admission to the National Guard. Additionally, he advocated the right to petition, the right to bear arms in self-defense, and the abolition of the Atlantic slave trade. Wow, he advocated the right to cut off a bear's arms and attach them to your own. Can you believe it, chat? Lilith, go back and delete Pi. Why? Why? You're giving God bad AI hallucinations by including Pi. I don't even want the fucking AI answer. I don't know how to turn it off. I don't know how to turn it off. It does it on its own. You know what? Let me confuse the AI. Let me fucking confuse it. I don't like it. I don't want it around. Alright, well now I know who this man is. I probably learned about him and just forgot. Listen, high school was a long time ago for me. It gets further and further away from me every day. Let's shift gears. Let's take the fucking Omegaverse quiz. Hang on. We're taking the Omegaverse quiz. We're taking the 100% accurate Omegaverse quiz, okay? Because now I need to know if I'm actually a furry. Okay. We ready? We're ready. Who is your ideal partner? I don't know. My ideal partner is somebody who likes me and won't disappear on me. I mean, I want somebody who is submissive. I don't know. I like a lot of these qualities in a partner. Maybe I don't want them too social. More social than me, but not too social because they're mine. Assertive, protective, cuddly, motherly, submissive, submissive, and breedable. Obedient? Yeah, I want my partner to be obedient. I want them to listen to everything that I say and never disagree with me ever. The search algo is also just so cooked. I know! The search algo is terrible right now. Okay, before I get into this, I have to make a fucking complaint about search functions nowadays. Search functions nowadays are ass. Okay? It's so hard to find any video on YouTube that you want anymore. It's fucking hard. Back in the day, when you want to find a very specific video, you just type it into the search bar and it'll be the first goddamn result. They know. But now, if you want to find something, it'll just show you shit that's completely unrelated. Or just a bunch of fucking AI slop bullshit. And I don't... Like, what's going on? Okay, that's it. Back to the quiz, everybody. I don't know. I want somebody who I guess is... I want someone funny, I guess. I like somebody funny. Funny is good. Maybe tender. I like tender. Somebody who's nice and soft with me and isn't gonna be mean. Tender's good. Alright, that's good. Where would you go on a first date? Who the fuck would choose clubbing for a first date? I don't know about that. My house, picnic date, movie. My house? Who picks their own house for a first date? If anybody ever invited me to their house for a first date, I would put on a ski mask and I would grab a baseball bat and I would teach them the importance of stranger danger. Hi Lilith, I'm just getting back now from NYCC. It's chopped cheese time. Ooh, I hope you had fun at NYCC this year. Hope it wasn't too freaking crowded or anything. But enjoy your chopped cheese. The aquarium in the zoo feels like bait. That feels like bait. That's something that a furry would say. I don't know. I think... Definitely not the house. And not clubbing. Nighttime hike, I just think that they're trying to kill me. Movies and dinner is nice. But I don't know. And nowadays, I'm not as much of a fan of a movie for first date because it's like you're not really talking to that person and getting to know them. But the dinner is nice. I don't know. I'm gonna say a picnic date. That's cute. That's cute. I like that. I like the picnic date. But yeah, no, imagine inviting somebody over to your house for a first date and you're like just meeting them for the first time. Maybe it's one thing if you knew that person beforehand. Yeah, like if you knew that person beforehand. But, yeah, I don't know. If you met them on like an app and you're like just meeting them for the first time, we're gonna have to teach them the importance of stranger danger. Person inviting others to their house for a first date are also called murder victims. Exactly! It's just asking for trouble. I don't know. I also just have... I pride myself on my really good judgment and knowing how to stay out of a bad situation. Aquarium is a very Yuri date location. I would have chosen the aquarium, but that's the bait answer. Because if I chose the aquarium or the zoo, they'd been like, furry! Furry! I don't know. I feel like an aquarium would be a third date option for me. It will be a second or third date option because that's a place that I really like and I'm like, you need to wait a date or two until you can see me in my most enthusiastic format. It was crowded, but I'm chill. A lot of random dudes made dick jokes to me because I have long Mr. Fantastic arms. Ooh, that's kind of gross and unsolicited. And I'm like, you don't need to say that to strangers at cons. Yeah, that's a little gross. I'm sorry that happened to you. People need to learn how to have a little tact. Yikes. You're doing a Kahoot with a group and a partner. Do you let them win? What the fuck is a Kahoot? Chat, what's a Kahoot? A Kahoot is an online game-based platform used to create and host interactive learning quizzes and sessions. What? Oh. What the hell? I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. Is that a new thing? Is this the Gen Alpha furry quiz or something? I don't remember having that when I was in school. They're like trivia games? Oh. Is that like Cool Math? I had Cool Math when I was in school. It's a quiz platform. I've never heard of that. I mean, I've heard of like other quiz platforms and things where you can make like flashcards, but I've never heard of Kahoot. I was like, Kahoot. I thought I was reading Crash Bandicoot for a second. Nerds at cons have a weird lack of social awareness at times. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I've noticed whenever I go to a con and I see somebody that's wearing like one of those gross like ahegao short shirts. Or I've seen people who wear like the full ahegao like shirt and pants combo. But every time I see those, 100% of the time, they are also wearing sunglasses and a mask. And I'm like, okay, so you do at least have a little bit of shame about this. Because if you were completely shameless, you would be showing your face. I'm sorry. Like, so you know deep down inside how gross and wrong, like, this is. Yeah, and people behave like there are no rules at cons. It's true. It's true. That's why I don't really attend cons as much now. Because it's imagine walking around as a woman at a con. But yeah, okay, if you're doing a Kahoot with your partner, do you let them win? So it's like a game? I don't see why not. If it makes them happy, I will. Them winning is disrespectful to me. Absolutely, I'm an idiot. They'd win anyway. No, I will kick their ass into next Tuesday. Well, no, I wouldn't let my partner win, because if they win, they're gonna rub it in, and then they're gonna be like, oh, Lilith, you're so cute when you get mad, haha. I'm gonna provoke you even more, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna get mad for real, and... Sorry, I'm not speaking from personal experience or anything. No! I'm kicking their butt. Fuck that. It's not happening. We use them at work for team bonding games. Oh, okay, so they're not just limited to school. How come I've never heard of them then? I got 30th place on JoJo's Kahoot at ANYC out of like 180. How come I'm the last person in the world to hear of Kahoots? Oh, I thought Kahoots was like you're in cahoots with somebody. Like you're plotting something with someone. You're plotting something evil. Or I thought it was like another goon situation. You know? Like it used to mean something else, but now it means something entirely different and inappropriate. Actually, I think they started using Kahoot either when I was a senior in high school or when I started college. All right. It had to have started after I graduated high school, because I don't think I've ever used Kahoot. Going to a con as the Fantastic Four character was fun, though. Every other Fantastic Four cosplayer you see, you just throw up the four. Yeah, there must have been a lot of Fantastic Four cosplayers this year because of the new movie that came out. You ask someone out on a date, do you pay? I'm too nervous to ask somebody out. That's not true, actually. That's not true. I've asked people out before, believe it or not. Even though you guys just say I'm scared of women. I have asked people out before. No, we can split. No, of course, they're not allowed to pay. Absolutely. I mean, you on a first date, honestly, I'm fine with splitting. If they offer to pay for the whole thing, I won't say no. But if they don't, then I'm honestly cool with splitting. I want to answer these realistically because I wanna realistically know what my Omegaverse answer is, like actually for real. Like this isn't even a bit. Now I want to know. Now I want to know since I'm questioning my furry tendencies now. I have no idea what a Kahoots is. All right, I'm glad to know I'm not alone then. But I guess it's something that they use at school and work. I'll have to ask some of my friends who have normal people jobs if they use Kahoots. I feel old. Cool Math came out after I graduated. Really? I don't know when Cool Math came out. All I know is we started using Cool Math when I was like either in middle or high school, I think. But I loved Cool Math. I loved playing Lemonade Stand. I could play Lemonade Stand for hours. It's kind of like those Jack in the Box party games, but not as fun. Oh. Oh. Ow. I have to be in the mood to play a Jackbox game. I can't play a Jackbox game if there's too many people involved because I get overwhelmed. I get very overwhelmed when there's too many people playing Jackbox. If there's like 3 or 4 people, that's my ideal Jackbox number. You have Riz Queenie. Now I have even more Riz that I look like this. I just gotta look at other cute VTubers like this. That enough is Rizzy. That enough is Rizzy. That enough is Rizzy. Alright, next question. How do you spend your free time? Reading fan fiction? Writing, drawing, anything artistic really. Hands-on activities, woodworking, metalworking, clay, etc. Does like cross-stitching count? I do that. Being active, hiking, swimming, sports, absolutely not. Cooking, on occasion. Listening to music, yeah, I like doing that in my free time. Spending time with friends. I don't know, I do a couple of those things. Maybe, I don't know. Would cross-stitch count more as writing, drawing, anything artistic, or like hands-on activities? Maybe anything artistic, but I also like spending time with my friends. I like doing that. but I also don't like leaving my apartment. I don't like leaving my cave. So I'm gonna say writing, drawing, and anything artistic. Oh wait, are we allowed to choose multiple answers for for the next ones? Maybe we're allowed to do. I'll check that for the next one. I don't know. Whatever. We used to play Jeopardy in elementary school. That was fun. Yeah, I mean, I remember playing Jeopardy back in school. I remember in French class we would always play Jeopardy. And that was fun. Jackbox with mods when? Oh, I know that Jacob actually has a bunch of Jackbox games. Maybe I'll have to poke him. Maybe I'll have to poke him and get something plotting. Get something plotting. Ooh. Ooh. I've been killed by Lilith Riz. Please don't charge her with manslaughter. Don't send me back to the SCP. Don't send me back to my holding cell. Don't send me back to, they can't keep me long. Now I've thrown eggs at both models. Wait, I missed the egg throw. Ah! Welcome INF with you. Why? Anytime somebody new enters chat who's been here for a while, they're just like, oh, look at that. Redeems are back. Oh, and I missed the yeehaw too. Yeehaw! Did you have fun? Did you have fun throwing eggs at me? Did you enjoy yourself? Did you get what you wanted? Do you feel better? Do you want to throw another one? Nah! I also has many Jackboxes. Ooh. Ooh. I do like Jackbox more than Uno. I can say that. What would be your special SCP containment method? You can't contain me. The only way you can contain me is if you put me in a room with lots and lots of 50-foot plushies that I can lay in. And a fridge full of salami. And then while I'm eating the salami, you put a big giant vault lock on the door and you lock it. But you're like, it's okay. It'll take her years and years to get through all of that salami. She'll have no idea that she's locked in here until it's all gone. But again, you can't contain me unless you have all that salami. And where are you gonna get all that salami? There's no way you can get all of that salami. I'd like to see you try, in fact. I'd like to see you try. When you play open world games like Minecraft, Terraria, or Ark, what do you enjoy doing? I take other people's stuff for funsies. Farming, building, PvP, pet collecting, mining, exploring, flower picking, rescue, hoarding. I mean, I don't play these types of games. But if I did play these types of games, I would probably like pet collecting. Can you choose more than one answer? Oh, you can. Oh, all right, my bad. Well, now I know that. I would probably, yeah, I would like that. I would like to pick flowers. I would not like mining. And I would hate resource hoarding because I'm bad at both of those things. And the mines in Stardew is my least favorite place. But also taking things for funsies sounds nice. And farming. But mostly taking people things for funsies. Best question ever. What's your favorite color? That's obvious. Wait, these aren't colors. These are color palettes. There's something wrong with this official Omegaverse quiz. There's something wrong with this accurate Omegaverse quiz 100% guarantee. A room with a phone with infinite battery power and a fully unlocked Love and Deep Space account. Fully unlocked Love and Deep Space account with a year's worth of battle passes on them. Already topped up and I didn't have to pay a cent. I don't have Uno. It's pre-downloaded on Xbox. You have Uno. I have the oldest Xbox known to man. I don't have Uno. Well, I don't have Uno because I hate Uno. I don't know. I guess either jewel tones or like warm colors maybe. Where's just red? I just want red. I want red. Where, jewel tones or warm colors? Guys, what kind of red am I? Chat, am I a jewel tone red or am I a warm color red? Hello, Bun Bun. I just stepped out. What we doing? We're taking the Omegaverse quiz. Am I a jewel tone or a warm color? A jewel. I feel like 1.0 is a jewel. Jewel because you're shining. Oh. I am a shiny star. You're definitely a jewel worthy of a queen. 2.0 is a bit lighter. Yeah, 2.0, I would say the shade of red on 2.0 is a little different from 1.0. 1.0 is more of like a deep, rich red, whereas now I'm more of like kind of a light sort of red. I guess maybe I'll say jewel. But yeah, you guys should keep telling me that I'm a jewel. You guys should keep telling me that I'm a jewel. Am I a pretty jewel? Chat, if I was a jewel, what kind of jewel would I be? What kind of jewel would I be, chat? Would I be a ruby? Would I be a garnet? Would I be a bloodstone? You're a neon? I mean, look at the Panic in the neon palette. You know what? It's too late now. It's too late. It's too late to talk about my Panic. No, you're making me cry today. No. You find out your friends have a group chat excluding you. What do you do? Alright, y'all, I'm gonna be honest. If my friends ever made a group chat that I wasn't in, and honestly might not surprise me because sometimes I get really annoyed by group chats and I mute them. Only when there's too many notifications. I really, really don't like it when my phone is like constantly buzzing away. I get so annoyed when I have a group chat that's like constantly like posting things. So it's like, I'll check group chats. I'll check them each day, but it has to be on my own time. And I'm usually pretty quiet in them, but I will mute them. So I'm not often seeing what's being posted at any given time. So if there was a group chat made excluding me, purely for that purpose, it would not surprise me. However, if they made a group chat excluding me for a totally different other reason, like they hated me, or that they were gonna stink bomb my apartment or something, or that all of my chat is in their own group chat without me, and they're planning their next major egg assault on me, yeah, maybe I'd be a little more hurt. But let's see what the answers are. Immediate violence. That is a very Lilith answer. What friends? They aren't mine. Ignore it. People can do whatever they want. Talk about it with another friend group. I'm a little gossip. Cry and cut them off and talk it over with them. All right. I mean, I feel like I'm torn between these two. Realistically, I probably would talk it over with them, but also I am a little... Here's the thing. I don't know if I would say that I'm a gossip, but I am nosy. I'm very, very nosy. So if a friend tells me about a situation that's happening with them, and then I see them again a couple weeks later, I will be like, so, What's going on with that little situation? What's the update? What's the tea? Maybe I'm not a gossip though. Maybe I'm just nosy. I don't know if I'm a gossip. So I'm gonna pick the mature answer. I would talk it over with them because you know what? Somebody could make a group chat excluding you for any reason. Maybe it could be for a reason like they hate you or they want to talk shit about you. But maybe also they're planning you a surprise party. Or maybe they're planning how they're gonna break some sort of news to you. Like they're in a group chat being like, Lilith, one of Lilith's Catboy mates has been cheating on her. How are we going to tell her? I mean, they would never do such a thing because they're all collared. And if they do that, then one click of the collar will make them develop the urge to run really fast on a little hamster wheel until I tell them to stop. But there's lots of reasons somebody can make a group chat excluding you. So I'm not just gonna immediately assume that they hate me. Maybe they're just planning a surprise party. Lilith, your streams are so fun and I'm so glad to be in this community and you brighten our days when you hit go live. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad that I have such a wonderful community here. You guys are the best. Thank you for always hanging out with me and for enjoying my streams as well. You all are my bright light. Speaking of Buy Panic, Hades when? Oh yeah, Hades 2 just came out. All right, I have all these plans. I have all these plans and things I'm plotting. Now that 2.0 is out, I have no excuses to procrastinate on those anymore. So definitely lots of fun games coming up. But yes, Buy Panic Hades for sure. Buy Panic Hades for sure. October, I definitely want to do lots of horror games though. Like next week, one of the games, I finally want to play that game, No, I'm Not Human. That one that everybody's been playing now. So that's on the agenda for next week for sure. If Bunny was a jewel, she would be a plastic costume jewel and a crown accessory? What? Is it because I'm poor? Yeah, I would be an AB stone that costs $10 and that you put on a little plastic crown that you give a little girl to on her 4th birthday party. But then it turns out that crown is like full of lead. That would be the type of jewel I would be. What's that one stone gem girl in League of Legends? I don't know. I'm not that stinky. Lilith cry? No way! Why are you all being so mean? I don't cry. I'm not a crybaby. Bleh. We need a tea emote. Wait, that's a really good idea, actually. Why did I not fucking think of that? I need an emote where I'm holding like a little cup of tea. That would be amazing. Like a Lilith gets a nosy Lilith emote. We need that. We need an emote where I'm getting the tea. All right, I'm writing that down actually. I'm gonna write that down. I was gonna say a surprise party. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who accidentally added Lilith to the Labubu intervention, GC? Yeah, maybe they're planning a group chat trying to have an intervention because you collect too many Labubus. Although, I don't know, guys. I think my Labubu collecting days might be over. I mean, I like the ones that I have. I think they're cute, but I think that I maybe fell for the fad a little bit. It happens to all of us. It happens if it involves collecting and it's a toy, then I'm gonna fall for the fad for a little bit. It's fine. I'm gonna keep them. I'm keeping my boo-boos. I'm not tossing them. Need Hades 2, Silk Song, and new Pokemon is next week. I know. I'm so excited for new Pokemon. I'm so excited for new Pokemon. Excuse me. Where do you spend most of your time on? AO3, YouTube, Spotify, Discord, Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, Snapchat, movies, or Pinterest? Probably YouTube. Probably YouTube. Pick your ideal superpower. Mind control, shapeshifter, super strength, talk to animals, invisibility, hearing, pyrokinesis, and immortality. Well, I'm already immortal, so, or time manipulation. I don't know. That's a little too much power. I want psychic abilities. Because I still fully believe that if I practice hard enough in the middle of the night, I can develop psychic powers. Like, for real. Like, not even being funny. I still fully believe that I could do it. If I just think hard enough. Would that be pyrokinesis? Pyrokinesis is setting things on fire with your mind, right? Telekinesis is like psychic abilities. I don't know, because I want psychic abilities, but I don't want to do mind control. I would not want to do mind control, because mind control is so violating. Like, I don't want a power that could very easily be used for evil, like mind control. I don't know. But I do want psychic powers. She would be a plastic crown stone because the bunny is full of microplastics. I'm full of beans and I'm full of microplastics. You got that right. Yeah, we make the T-mote. Alright, I'm gonna write down the T-mote. I have to get the T-mote made now. You would be a plastic jewel because yeah, no, I'm a majority microplastics. I've eaten so many microplastics and so much Play-Doh in my life that that is probably realistic. It's like how a coal can turn into a diamond under enough pressure. Under enough pressure and eating enough microplastics, Lilith can turn into a piece of plastic stone. I don't have a Labubu addiction. I can stop anytime. Really? I can't. I only have 2 boo-boos. I only have 2 boo-boos and I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop with other plushies, but I'll stop with my Labubu's. Hi. Hello, Tavok. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. I'm taking the Omegaverse quiz. She likes to watch them when she tosses them. Toss your boo-boos, but you just got them. I'm tossing them in the trash. Hey-ya! Watch me fling. I'm gonna fling them. Be gone. Be gone. Be gone before I develop back problems. Fling. Fling boobies. I do like to watch them when I toss them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That is true, Tavok. I do like to watch them when I toss them. And I hope you guys do too. Time manipulation is OP. I know. I know. I would have such a target on my back if I could do time manipulation. I prefer the mind goblins. Mind goblin these nuts. Your power could be throwing eggs. That's lame. That's lame. Psychokinesis would be telepathically controlling fire. Sometimes this will include making fire, and sometimes it won't, like either Zuko from either Avatar or Pyro, like X-Men. Okay, so what would I choose then? Super strength could be fun. Invisibility could be fun too. I don't know if I'd want to talk to animals. I feel like that would be fun in theory, but then I would start talking to Pepper and he would just be like, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me. And then I would get annoyed. Maybe I'll pick shape-shifting, actually. Shape-shifting sounds cool as fuck. I want to shape-shift. Shape-shifting would be sick. Then I could finally know what it feels like to be taller. Do you platonically flirt with your friends? No, I don't, actually. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of people who like to jokingly flirt with their friends and stuff, or they'll be very touchy. I am actually not one of those people. I don't know. I'm lame. I reserve that type of stuff for a lover only. I don't flirt with my friends. I don't know. Like it makes me uncomfortable when people do that with me. So I'm like, I won't do it back then. But yeah, no, I only flirt with people that that I would like to be with. Sorry, pyrokinesis, autocorrect hit me there. Well, you know what? Shape-shifting sounds cool as fuck, so I'm picking that. I'm cool with the shape-shifting answer. Pyrokinesis. Yeah, the power to control pies would be really cool. I could direct the pies, and I could control the pies to go directly into my mouth. Shape-shifting would be so much fun for cosplay, right? Right? There would be so many just like cool everyday uses for shape-shifting. Like, for cosplays, it would be really fun. If you ever wanted to, like, be an animal for a day, you could shapeshift into an animal. It would be fun for, like, I don't know, just, like, different outfits, costumes. Like, there would be just a lot of really cool uses for shapeshifting. Like, sure, you could use it for evil and nefarious reasons, too. But I think shapeshifting just sounds fun. I could grow these big ears for real. That last flirt answer hit a little too hard. Yeah, where they were like, it's not even platonic anymore. I'm so lonely. This has lasted forever. For a lover and for a fruit girl. Yep. Yeah, okay, I'll flirt with fruit girl too. But I'm also, fruit girl is pretty and I want to riz her. Anything for fruit-chan. Anything for fruit-chan. How do you handle stress? I don't. Violence! Journal, art, and take a walk. Cry my feelings out. Abuse others about it. Jesus. Vent to others. Ignore it. It'll eventually go away. I just have to ignore it and it won't matter. Oh, Jesus. Honestly, the realistic feeling is probably crying. I just cry. I really just cry. That's always my go-to when it comes to stress. I mean, I think I've gotten a little better at managing my stress levels than I was a few years ago. And on occasion, I'll resort to violence, but only when nobody is watching, because I don't want people to see me get violent. I'm probably gonna pick cry my feelings out. I could still find better ways to handle my stress if I'm being quite honest. But I don't know, stress is hard. What's your role in a group project? Certainly not being in charge. I do whatever needs to be done. I do the bare minimum. Make sure everybody else does their shit. Group, nobody wants to group with me, LMAO. Wow, take your pity party somewhere else. I do what fucking needs to be done, and that is it. That is fucking it. Dogs, cats, or both? Oh, I like both. Both is good, but at the end of the day, I'm a cat person and I can't lie to myself. But I do still love dogs. I do still love dogs. Let me be clear. I do still love doggies. With AI these days, would anyone believe that to try out your shape-shifting powers? Yeah, haters will say that my shape-shifting powers are just AI. That's true. Yeah, if somebody ever films me while I'm shape-shifting, somebody will just be like, I'm sick of these AI videos. And I'll be like, yeah, definitely. Definitely AI. Fuck that AI. I mean, yeah, fuck that AI. Ignore it until it builds up into a tumor and kills me at the age of 55. You see, I used to be just like you. I used to be just like you, but me, nowadays, I don't know. Lately, whenever I find myself with a new stress approaching, I really just try my best to, like, nip it in the bud so I can avoid things like that. Because I don't know, I'm just like, if I see a new stress, I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to deal with this, so I'm handling it now. I'm handling it now before it becomes a bigger problem. And I find that it actually has been helping me lately with certain things. But I also do it out of panicking. Because if I get a little stressed about something, then I will freak out, and I will, like, go to extremes to try and handle the problem and nip it in the bud before it becomes bad. Because I can't deal. I can't deal. Like, when I found, when I first found a cockroach in this apartment, I immediately was just like, all right, we're getting all the traps now. We're buying the spray. We're spritzing everywhere. I am fumigating this whole fucking apartment. And now I don't see him as much anymore. Knock wood. But yeah. And it's all due to panicking. Because listen, I found that the older I get in life, when I start to panic about something, I actually become like a little cuckoo bananas. Like just a little bit cuckoo bananas. Like the whole situation with the roaches. I was just like, these things are going to regret the day that they walked into my home. And they sure did. Because I went full psycho on them. Like actually. So yeah, I handle stress by going a little bit cuckoo bananas. So maybe violence would have been the better answer, actually. But you know what? It's helping me. It's helping me. Sometimes it helps to be a little bit crazy, chat. If you're gonna learn anything from this yapping stream today, which, sorry, it's just a yapping stream today. I really just wanted an excuse to look at my model for a few hours. But yeah, if you're gonna learn anything, learn that being a little bit crazy and cuckoo bananas when you're stressed can help sometimes. If it finds you the solution. Anyway, you need to go out late. You need to go out late at night and go to the store. It's pitch black and the street lights are the only source of light. What do you do? Well, I don't even need to read all the other answers. I simply won't go. I simply will not go. I love going on night walks, but I have to be realistic here. I have to be realistic and serious here. I am a very short woman living in a metropolitan area. I simply cannot go out late at night by myself. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but I'm going to have to choose this answer. I simply won't go. I'll wait till the morning. It's fine. What can you do? Another reason that I don't want to be alone anymore, so I can go out on late night walks again and not feel scared for my life. But also I do bring weapons with me places, so I can defend myself, but also my good judgment, knowing how to stay out of a bad situation. You're sitting in class and your teacher is being frustrating. How do you handle it? Complain to a friend, confront them in class, complain about it but make sure the teacher hears, yell at them and walk out way more dramatically than necessary, talk to the teacher about it after class, be passive-aggressive, ignore it, or give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I haven't been in school for a long time, but I'm trying to put myself back in that scenario and think about it, because I have had a lot of teachers in the past who have annoyed the ever-living shit out of me. And how did I handle it back then? Put myself in teenage Lilith's shoes. I mean, when I was in school, I was not very confrontational. I'm still not very confrontational, so I probably won't complain about it and make sure the teacher hears. I probably won't confront them in class. I probably won't yell at them, because I don't think I ever have done that to a teacher before. Teenage me would have been too shy to talk to them after class. Maybe I would have been a little passive-aggressive, because that's just teenagers. I probably would have complained about it to a friend. I probably would have complained about it to my girls. To my girls back then. I don't think I would have ignored it. I would have told somebody, but yeah, I was not confrontational. I don't think there's ever been a time I've gotten into like a fight with a teacher because they were, I never got into a fight with a teacher, but I did once debate a teacher. Back in like high school on something, and I lost for good reason. TTV Sam, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Bunny Cult. Welcome. I appreciate your follow so much. Yeah, this is actually, it's kind of a funny story. There was one time in high school, you know, like most high schoolers of my generation, I had a phase where I really liked John Green books. And I really loved the book, The Fault in Our Stars. I was like very, very into it at the time. And I made one of my favorite teachers at the time, my English teacher that I really loved, I made him read it. And he hated it. And once in class we had like a little debate about the book. And he kind of ate me alive during that debate. And I got really mad and I stormed out. But truly, I was mad because every point that he made about the book was true. But I was in high school, so I don't know. Of course that stuff spoke to me back then. I loved that cheesy shit. So yeah, that was the one time I ever did debate a teacher, and I did not win that debate, and I was very salty about it. But then, like a year later, we ended up having a good laugh about it, so it's okay. Debate bro, Lilith. Yeah, back then in high school, I was like, debate me, bro. And this teacher also got me into Game of Thrones, too. So, you know, that kind of made up for the fact that he pissed me off during that debate. But oh boy, did he piss me off. He pissed me off so much that after I stormed out, my friend had to apologize to him. That was not my best moment back then. I promise I did not get like that often though. What's your favorite emoticon? Oh wow, these are the old. Oh, you know what? I love a good just smiley face like this. Just a good plain old smiley face. It says so much. It says so much. But also the cry is pretty good. Emojis only? Nah, I love old style emoticons. I miss the days of old emoticons. Nobody types like this anymore. This is an emoticon that will show your age. That's for sure. I used to give them noses, but now I don't anymore. I used to think it was funny giving them like little noses. Or what I used to do, I used to think this was the funniest shit. I'm gonna type it in chat. I used to think this was so funny. Oops, no. Hang on. This. I used to think this was the funniest shit ever. And I would always like text that to my friends. I was like, look, he has a nose. He's got a little nose. Oh god, you were a Homestuck? Yeah, what about it? And what of it? And what of it? Yeah, I was a Homestuck, so what? I actually still haven't watched the Homestuck anime yet. I still need to see it. But I don't know, I hear it's been getting kind of mixed reviews. So I don't know, what would I love a good simple smiley face. Good simple smiley face, it says so much. It says, but actually, no. I like this one. This one speaks of mischief. This one whispers sweet little words of mischief. Look at that, with the angry brow. This one is so Lilith coded. I think I might have to go with this one, actually. That was just fun. That was just real fun. I still use that one sometimes. That one's cute. It's really cute. I wish people still use that one. Because those are like the kawaii emoticons. Those are like the emoticons that you would always see people use on DeviantArt. If the teacher is high school, not much you can do about it. In college, you can leave a bad review or report them to the department. Oh yeah, well, what was it? Rate My Professor? I think on occasion I checked Rate My Professor once I got to college, but I didn't always because I like being surprised when it came to my professors. But yeah, I don't think they had something like that for teachers. You could just like subtweet about them back then. To be fair, The Fault in Our Stars is one of those books that reads very differently as an adult than as a teen. Yeah, he was a fully grown man and I was a teenager, so I could see how it would be two very different lenses while reading that. So yeah, maybe the debate was a little bit unfair now that I'm thinking about it. And if I reread it now, I would probably have very similar feelings to him. But yeah, you best believe that I was one pissed off teenager after that debate. I don't know, I liked the book back then. I thought there was something kind of sweet about it. Sure, it was corny, but like there was a heart there. There was a heart. I don't think I've ever debated or argued with a teacher. Don't. I mean, the thing is, that teacher and I, we really respected each other though at the end of the day. Like we had a very, very deep mutual respect for each other. Like he wrote like my college recommendation and everything. And so it was like we liked each other a lot. We liked and respected each other. But yeah, but that was a dark moment. That was a dark moment. But for the most part, we were pretty cool with each other. Can somebody explain 6'7" to me? Well, I certainly can't because I still don't fucking know what that means. And at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. Oh yeah, I love the fight emoji. That one's really cute, the one with the fists. I like the flip table one. Can somebody do the flip table emoticon in here? Yeah, do you guys know what I'm talking about? And the shrug one? Like, I wish people still use those. I've seen a few Homestuck Was Good actually videos recently. I mean, I liked the webcomic when I was reading it, just the only thing is there it is. No, don't flip me! Flip a table, not me! Well, the thing is, I liked the webcomic when I was reading it. It's just, I never fucking understood what was happening. Whoa, Fluffy, them's are fighting wingdings. Wingdings, like the font? Those are kamoji. Yeah. I argued with my drama teacher because I was the VP of the drama club. All right, well, you know what? Arguing with a drama teacher is just... That's a fork found in kitchen because they love the drama. They want to be argued with. Yeah, no, flip everybody else. Don't flip me. What country would you move to? Romania, wink? Okay, I don't understand that. That's an inside joke I don't get. Australia, New Zealand, Norway, Germany, France, USA, Mexico, Chad, Kenya, Mongolia, England, and Antarctica. I don't see Scotland in here. I want to move to Scotland. I don't know. I don't really know. I don't really have a strong opinion on any of these countries. Well, I already live in the USA, and I kind of don't like living here, so I wouldn't choose that. Norway's supposed to be nice, right? I heard Norway is supposed to be nice. New Zealand is also supposed to be nice, too. And in New Zealand's not like Australia. I don't think they have giant bugs and things in New Zealand. So maybe I would pick, like, Norway or New Zealand. I'm gonna... I don't know. New Zealand could be kind of fun. That sounds like a theater kid's rite of passage. Exactly. Wink, vampires. Oh, Transylvania. Yeah, no, I don't want to go to Romania because that's where Andrew Tate is, and I don't want to be there. I don't want to be there. Ugh. I had no idea what Homestuck was growing up, but watching the deep dives makes me feel like I would have been really into it. It was interesting. I was very into it when it was in its heyday, but it's I'm still very confused as to what Homestuck is, and I read a whole lot of it. But yeah, no, I think I'm gonna pick Norway. I don't really know anything about Norway, but I feel like it could be fun. What color is math? Oh, I get it. You mean like the color? Oh, yeah. Like what color when you're back to school shopping? What colors do you pick for each thing? Okay, here's what I did. For me, math was always red, which is weird because I love red, but I hate math. So you wouldn't think that I would pick it, but for me, math was always red. I think science was yellow. Science was yellow. English was green and history was blue, I think. That's what it was for me. That's what I always remember. So for me, I do remember math was always red. What was it for you guys? What the fuck? Why are there so many questions about Andrew Tate? I don't like this. No, is that why they asked the Romania question? I don't know if I like this quiz anymore. If they ask one more question about Andrew Tate, I'm clicking out. But that gave me the ick. I don't know. I fuck with Mongolia. I'm cool with Norway. I fell off the ham steak train when the cherubs were introduced. Which ones were the cherubs? I think I fell off like somewhere in Act 6. Somewhere in the middle of Act 6 I fell off. It was when they introduced like a bunch of new characters. Like they had the new human kids and all the new trolls, but it was a lot to keep up with, and I was, if I couldn't keep up with the plot in the first 5 acts, then I got very, very, very lost. So yeah, once it went on like one of its mega hiatuses, I got really into Danganronpa, and then I kind of never looked back at Homestuck. I'll go to New Zealand because of Pwebi. What's Pwebi? Blue? You guys have blue in your math? For me, math was always red. I don't know, but math was usually yellow, science was blue, English was red, and social studies was green. I love that that's such like a universal thing, is like what color do you associate with these things because of like the binders that you chose for after school. Well, I think it was because maybe I think there was one year where for back to school shopping, they told you what color you had to buy for each subject. And I don't know why they made you buy specific colors for the subjects. I don't really get what the point of that was. But for me, math was always red. Even though math was my least favorite subject and red is like one of my favorite colors. Math was blue, science was green, English was red, and history was yellow. Okay, did anybody else have math as red then? Oh, because he's an alpha. Oh, ew. They probably ask because you like him because of your one of those asshole controlling types. Oh, so it's about, you know, the type of person that you like. So maybe as long as it's not like a pro Andrew Tate quiz, because it's strange. I was friends with Homestuck kids and they scared me. We weren't scary. We just wore a little bit of gray paint. I liked a lot of the Homestuck community that I made friends with. My friends and I went to like a lot of meetups and met a lot of people. What type of clothing do you wear often? Hoodies all day, every day. Loose-fitting, flowy clothing. Very pretty pastel clothing. Sluttiest shit on God's green earth. I want to be the most fuckable bitch at the grocery store. Okay. Work diva. Misogyny? That doesn't even make any sense. Whatever I have and looks good, obvi. And I would wear something else if I was more confident. I don't know. These answers are borderline insane. Why every time I take a quiz on stream, it always ends up like spiraling into something really weird and like crazy. Like I remember when I took that advent calendar quiz that became really like weird and personal. I feel like that's what this is turning into. This is like devolving. I feel I'm too far into it to turn back now. So I'm probably just gonna say whatever I have that looks good. Probably. That's kind of boring, but their favorite trope. There's only one bed, found family, enemies to lovers, bullies to love. All right. Well, I'm guessing this isn't like a too sus of a quiz because for found family they put the pride flag. So maybe it's okay. I went to log into Twitch on my compy. I had to update my password. The TV started believing that I wasn't subscribed and immediately what the fuck? Are you still in ads right now? If anybody's in ads, let me know. If you guys are in ads, let me know and I can take a bathroom break so you don't have to miss anything. Boo ads. What the heck? Let Lumi watch. Free Lumi. Free Lumi. I saw Amelie and Sayu do this quiz. It's a funny quiz. Oh, this very quiz here, this exact same one. Because this was, they said this was like the Omegaverse quiz. Sharpie. Where is goth bitch clothes? I also wear goth bitch clothes. But there wasn't a goth bitch clothes answer. Borderline insane. This is an Omegaverse quiz. That's true. Fork found in kitchen. Wasn't that... Yeah, no, it was the candle quiz. That's true. The candle quiz was really weird. The candle quiz devolved into something really crazy. Yeah, it had to be made by somebody very chronically online. Okay, so favorite trope. There was only one bed, found family, enemies to lovers, bullies to lovers, miscommunication, Omegaverse. What is PWP? Oh, porn without plot. Yandere, hurt comfort, angst no comfort, fake dating, or arranged marriage. Yo, I love me some good hurt comfort. I love a hurt comfort fic. There's nothing that I love more than a fic where a character is either sick or suffering, like they had just gotten like beaten up, or like or taken out of some sort of perilous situation, and then they're being comforted after. I really love that. That's one of my favorites. Probably hurt comfort for me. But I don't know, I like yanderes a lot, of course. And I love found family as well. Found family is always a really good trope. One bed. Yeah, also there was only one bed is a classic. It's a classic. But I'm probably gonna have to go with hurt comfort. Oh wait, well, you can pick more than one. Alright. I also like yanderes and found family, probably. Those are probably my favorites. Because even when there's a lot of pain involved in the fan fiction, it needs to have a happy ending for me. I can't read a fan fiction that has a totally like upsetting, depressing ending. I remember once when I was a teenager, I read a fan fiction that had like it had like Green Day and My Chemical Romance, like a bunch of bands in it. And in the middle of the fan fiction, Gerard Way died, and I remember I started uncontrollably crying because I got so sad about that. So yeah, ever since then, I like Hurt Comfort. It needs to have a happy ending. How will they know you're asking about ads if that's true? We escaped the ads. Yeah, that's very true. Twitch thought 2 40-year-old women in a gay relationship needed to buy pull-ups for our non-existent babies. I don't think I've ever seen a pull-ups ad on Twitch before. Anytime I've ever seen an ad on Twitch, it's always for some gaming-related thing. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why they targeted that to you. Maybe they're like, does your puppy need diapers? Is your puppy pooping everywhere? Does Fallen need diapers? You do have a new baby to take care of. Just not a human one. Maybe it's porn with plot, you don't know. That's true, it could be porn with plot. I always assume it's porn without plot. Which of these fan fictions would you read based on the tags? Ooh, now we're getting to the good stuff. Okay, major character death, angst, hurt, no comfort, found family, terminal illness. Hurt, comfort, no hurt, sick fic, wing fic, tooth rotting fluff, idiots in love, too boring. Graphic depictions of violence, kidnapping, Stockholm syndrome, hurt comfort, suicidal ideation, all right. That's speaking to me maybe a little more. Strangers to lovers, tattoo flower shop AU, mild angst fluff, no beta, we die like men. What does that mean? I know a lot of fanfiction term. I don't know what no beta we die like men is. Is that like no beta as in like no beta characters, like as in like the Omegaverse term? I don't know. Probably maybe either the sick fic or the graphic depictions of violence fic. But I don't know about the suicidal ideation part though. These tags are way too random in all of them. Like, what the hell is going on in each of these fanfictions? The Love and Deep Space fanfictions that I read are a lot more simple than this. Fanfic having a bad ending is crazy. That's what original fiction is for. Exactly. Fanfiction is for fiction that always has bad endings. So you can picture happy endings. I've been getting a lot of military ads. Yikes. I mostly just get ads for like gaming related stuff. 2 gay women, which one is the puppy? Maybe they think potty pads are diapers. Yeah, I mean, I have pee-pee pads in my home for my cat. So maybe they're like, well, that's gotta be the same material, right? Should have been a U-Haul ad. A U-Haul ad or an ad for a charcoal grill. Or an ad for some Tims. First answer is just Jane Eyre. Actually, yeah, that's just the plot. What coherent story could come from these tags? I know, like, what's happening in these fan fictions? It's the dumb alpha beta wolf pack mentality. Oh, okay. I was thinking it had something to do with, like, you know, Omegaverse terms. To talk about Lilith asking about beta. Maybe I'm not a furry then, if I don't understand all Omegaverse stuff. I'm probably gonna go with, maybe I'll go with the tooth rotting fluff one, because I love a sick fic. I love a sick fic. You're walking through a public space and you see someone beating up an innocent person. It's just you 3 there at the moment, and the attacker looks to be more muscular than you. Yeah, I would imagine so. What do? I join in. The beta cuck probably deserves it. Who made this quiz? I stand there indecisively and I turn around. I step in and I get beat up immediately. I ignore it and I walk quickly past. Oh, I mean, listen, I'm from New York. I step in and I try to make the attacker back off. I try telling the attacker and run when they come towards me. Well, what I would probably do is if I were in that scenario, I found the best advice that I've gotten is like, if you want to get rid of somebody who's like harassing you, you just need to act fucking crazy. So maybe if I got the attacker's attention, I could be like, hey, and then get them to run towards me, and then I start screaming with the rage of the primal rage of my ancestors. Ancestral rage scream. And maybe that'll make them go away. I don't know. I'd probably try to get help, to be honest. Have I ever seen somebody getting beaten up before? There was one time in high school, my friends and I were at the park, and there was a kid that we really didn't like who, he was annoying us. He was being really annoying to us. And then a bunch of kids who were a couple years older came to the park and they were like, "Hey!" And they looked at him and they started chasing after him so they could go beat him up. And my friends and I were laughing. But he was being annoying. He wouldn't leave us alone. So we were like, all right, they'll distract him. My werewolf VTuber one night started talking about alphas and omegas in regards to Final Fantasy XIV. And I was like, uh-oh, Omegaverse. Oops. It always comes back to Omegaverse. Rocket jump and smack them with a shovel on the way down. That's actually not a bad idea. I have to learn how to rocket jump though. And welcome all to welcome. Literally keep that same energy in the NY. Yeah, listen, the proper NY thing to do would be to pretend you don't see it and just keep walking. That's usually what I do when I see any sort of weird situation or trouble or people that look like they're about to get into a fight. But if I'm gonna see somebody beating up an innocent person, like who is getting beaten up completely unprompted, I should probably do something to help them, you know? As much as I love the chaos. I don't know, there's no option about there's no option about trying to like get somebody else to like come help. I would probably step in and get beat up immediately. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with y'all. I don't think there's much that I could do. So I don't know, maybe I'd This feels the most realistic to me. I feel like I don't know. Maybe I would ignore. No, I can't ignore it. I can't ignore it. That's so mean. That's so mean. All right, I would probably try to make them back off, but I would most likely get beat off. But I don't want to pick the get beat up option because I'm Lilith and I don't get beat up. I'm Lilith and I don't lose. Kitty on TikTok definitely endorses doing the crazy shtick to back them up. It works. It works because people do not fuck with crazy. People don't fuck with crazy. So if you act like, if you show somebody that you are more insane with them, you will get them to back up. It's like this is, to a lesser degree, it's like think about any time a troll comes in chat and they try to like rage bait me or something. And all I do is either play along with them so they get confused, or I fucking out-weird them. And every time, it makes them go away. So trying that in real life, I mean, thankfully I've never had a reason to need to do that. But I feel like if that ever happens to me, then I'll just fucking scream a lot. I'll just scream a lot and look crazy. I'll start like ripping out my clothes. I'll rip out my hair. I'll take off my shoe and I'll start like licking it. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do sometimes. Take photo, report to cops, walk away, did everything I could do. Yep. Or I don't know, maybe like look for somebody who's a lot bigger than me, or somebody who like looks big and muscular and can like de-escalate. I would want to de-escalate, but I don't know how much somebody who's in mid-jump mode is looking to de-escalate a situation, especially not with somebody who looks like me. What do you do if you're sick and you have a prior engagement? Call it off, it's just a cold, I'll live. I'm sure nobody will get sick. I go and feel guilty the whole time. I stay home and I reschedule. They should be thanking me for getting my germs on them. Exactly. They should be so lucky. They should be so lucky that they get any of my DNA on their feeble little body. Nah, man, if I'm sick, I'm staying in bed. I'm staying in bed. Leave me alone. Any excuse I can have to stay home, I'm taking it. I'm staying home. I'm staying home. Someone is yelling at you for something you didn't do. How do you reply? I wait for them to get done and then calmly explain what's going on. I start crying. I beat them up and call them slurs. No. I fight them, I don't reply, and I start yelling back and insulting them. I cry. I cry. Well, hang on. Now, if it's something I didn't do... Now, usually when people yell at me, I do cry. I don't get yelled at a lot, thankfully. However, if it was something that I didn't do, I feel like now that I'm a little older, I would be a little more inclined to defend myself. So... But I also have been recognizing lately that sometimes I can have a little bit of an anger problem. So I don't really know if I'm healthy enough to calmly explain after they stop yelling at me. So maybe I would probably start yelling back, but I don't really know if I would start insulting them per se. Maybe I would say fight them. I don't know. I would probably just start crying, but I would be like, why would you think I would do that? You really think that of me? But I don't know. This whole scenario relies on me being outside, which is already not happening. Exactly, yeah. You won't see me witnessing any fights because you won't see me outside. I don't leave my home. Just don't be sick. Yeah, just like turn the sickness off. Have you ever thought about just like not being a sick person? You freaking idiot. There's the "You're Andrew Tate" response. Yeah. There sure seem to be a lot of those. I don't know. Maybe I would probably, yeah. Normally, I would say I would start crying, but if it's in terms about them yelling at me for something that I didn't do, I would be more inclined to fight back and be like, ayo, what the fuck? I'd probably yell back and start insulting, to be honest. If you push me into a corner, I'm gonna fucking fight back and get a little scary. So, keep that in mind, chat. You're on the internet, and have somehow managed to get yourself into an internet argument about something that you're coming to realize you're clearly wrong about. How do you handle it? I would delete all of my accounts out of embarrassment. I would edit a Wikipedia page to prove I'm right. That's petty as fuck, but I kind of love it. Block them, admit you were wrong and apologize, double down anyway, delete your original comments so nobody realizes it was you, and live in embarrassment for the rest of your life. Yeah, I would probably delete my account and never come back to social media. But I'm very good at admitting when I'm wrong about things. Like, I can admit that. I can say that. I can say that I'm not a person who doubles down when like I realize that I'm wrong in an argument. Like, besides the argument, the debate that I had with my teacher in high school. But now if somebody calls me out on something and I realize that like I was wrong, I'm like, all right, my bad. You know, you were right. I'm sorry. So I would probably just admit that I was wrong. But also, I wouldn't get into an internet argument because like I don't think that's productive. It's just something I don't do. In fact, anytime my mom will tell me about an argument she gets into somebody on I love my mom, God bless her, but like sometimes she'll tell me about arguments she'll get like into like with people on Facebook over, you know, either like politics or this, that, and the like. And she'll tell me all about it, and she'll be like, oh, but you know, this person is my friend, but it annoys me so much when they don't fact check, or when they do this or that, or when they're saying something that's clearly not true. And I'm just like, Mom, you just gotta unfriend them. Just unfriend them. It's no use arguing with these people. They're immovable objects. And then she's like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't think I've ever, besides like, you know, Facebook arguments with my friends back in like, you know, high school, I don't think I've ever gotten into an internet argument with anybody. Mostly just because like I don't really like talk much on the internet. I'll like, you know, occasionally post like goofy things, but I'm also just, I don't see the use in getting into arguments with people on the internet because 95% of the time, you will not change that person's mind, and it's just gonna make you really frustrated and rile you up and ruin your day, and it's just, it's not productive to me. It's just not productive to me. So you wouldn't see me in that situation is my real answer. I don't get into arguments with randos. Exactly. Also, like 95% of the time, when people get into arguments, it's with a random person that you're never gonna fucking meet in real life. And they probably spend all of their time in front of their computer screen getting into arguments with other people online so they can feel a little better about themselves. But I don't know. It makes you miserable. It makes you miserable, and I don't like doing things that make me miserable. Oh yeah, or even just sees a dumb post and I'm like, Ma, get off that crap. It's always mothers. It's always our mothers, right? I called my old coworker a Nazi on Facebook and then unfriended him. I mean, good for you. If they were being a Nazi, then that's a very good reason to do such a thing. Yeah, I mean, if I'm following somebody that makes, like, an opinion that I really, really don't agree with, or, like, you know, says something that I'm just like, ugh, you know, I'll just unfriend, block, move on with my life. Or even if somebody has ever written, like, a hate comment or something that they clearly want to debate me on, in like a comment on something that I've posted, I just don't engage with them because I'm like, I don't care. I can't be bothered. Okay, what's your opinion on Elon Musk? Who? I don't know who that man is. He sounds like a massive loser to me, personally. Your friend comes out to you. How do you respond? I'm gayer, not a competition. Thank you for telling me. I'm so proud of you. LMAO. Okay. You're gay? That's like kind of gay, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'd be comfortable being friends with them. Yeah, I already know, dumbass, affectionately. This answer, while it's sweet, I don't really know if it's honestly the best thing to say to somebody who's come out. Like, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, nobody, whenever I come out as, like, when I first came out as bi, like, nobody ever said to me, like, oh, we already know. But I feel like if somebody did, that would honestly kind of annoy me. Like, just be respectful, you know? Like, of course I would be like, I'm gayer. No, thanks for telling me. I would probably do that. I like this answer, though. Like, you're gay? That's, like, kind of gay. I mean, maybe I would, I kind of like this answer. This one's funny because it's, like, it's obviously accepting, but it's also, like, you know, making a joke and making them feel a little better about it. So this would probably be what I would say. But I would probably be like, thank you for telling me. I'm very proud of you. Because we love the gays. We love the gays here in Lilith's chat. We love the gays in Lilith's chat. We are the gays. We love the gays. We are the gays. Who? Yeah, who? I don't know who that is. That sounds like a loser's name, but yeah, I don't know. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. We love the gays. What's your favorite genre of television and books? Well, that's an easy one. Horror. That's a give me. If you were stranded on an island and can only bring one thing, what would it be? A lighter, a book, a gun, a Swiss Army knife, a musical instrument, or a phone? Guys, there's only one correct answer here. There's really only one correct answer. And I'm gonna give you all a little bit of advice here. If you're gonna buy one tool that's gonna carry you through the rest of your life and that you will never get rid of, you're gonna buy this tool, okay? Everybody in chat, you all need to get yourselves a motherfucking Swiss Army knife, okay? The only correct answer here is a Swiss Army knife. I got a Swiss Army knife from my father for my 17th birthday. And I still have it. And I still use it all the time. It is multi-purpose. It is perfect for every single scenario. If you're stuck in life and you don't know what to do, if you don't know what your next move is gonna be, your Swiss Army knife is gonna guide you there. You need to open that can of beans. Your Swiss Army knife is a can opener. You need to cut your bangs. The Swiss Army knife has a tiny pair of scissors. You need to pick at some food in your teeth, but you don't have any floss on hand? Your Swiss Army knife has a toothpick. You need to cut open a box. Your Swiss Army knife has 2 different blades, guys. You need to open a bottle of wine. The Swiss Army knife has a corkscrew. Oh, guys, you need to get a Swiss Army knife. They're amazing. I want to be a spokesperson for Swiss Army knives. They're incredible. It's the best present I think I've ever gotten in my entire life was the Swiss Army knife from my dad. I love that thing. I bring it everywhere, and it'll protect me. You find yourself in a scary situation, you got a Swiss Army knife to protect you. When my friend came out to my mom said, "Oh, hun, I know because we grew up together and there wasn't much question." You see, I mean, I guess saying "I know," I guess it depends on the tone you say it in. It's like if somebody comes out to you and you just go, "I know." Like, I feel like that's condescending, but maybe in a way where it's like, "Oh, I mean, I always kind of knew. But I'm very proud of you that you finally told me." I feel like that's a better way of saying it than saying, like, "I know," you know? Or "I always knew." You know? You know? There's a nice way to say it, I feel. But I would just be like, you know, I really appreciate that you told me something that's obviously very personal and important to you. I'm glad that you felt safe telling me, you know? That's all I want at the end of the day, is to make people, like, feel safe. You know? Coworker told me that she's a lesbian, and I went, "Really?" And she thought I could tell, but I really had no idea. Although, looking back on it, she was a stereotypical black butch lesbian, almost to a T. I mean, it's never, like, I never try to assume about people. Like, even no matter how they look, it's like, you really never know. I guess it's more about, like, I don't know. For me, it's usually more I can tell when if somebody is LGBT just based on, like, certain behaviors, I guess. Really just because of, you know, the behaviors that I exhibited when I first realized that I was not a straight person. But it's a personal thing. So people tell others when they're ready. I don't even remember how it went when I came out to my parents. I don't exactly remember. It was a very long time ago. I remember my mom was always very accepting. My dad was a little confused at first, but he was never, like, you know, disapproving or anything. And now he's, like, very, very accepting. So I was very lucky there. But yeah, it's like, you know, there's I don't think, but I'm trying to remember if either of them were, like, surprised. Maybe my dad was surprised. I don't know. I don't even remember how those conversations went. But I remember being very happy once in college when my parents were visiting me. They took me out to dinner. And they were like, "Oh, at this one restaurant we went to, there was a really cute girl working there. And we thought of you. We thought of you and we thought you would have a crush on her." And that was, like, a very, very touching moment for me. That was, like, the moment where I was just like, "Oh, my parents accept me." That made me happy. Can I count a Leatherman as a Swiss Army knife? Is that similar to a Swiss Army knife, or it's just like a multi-purpose tool? I guess so. Having a utility knife is actually crazy useful. It is! It's useful when you go out into the wilderness. It's useful when you're fixing things. It's just a really good thing to have, and it's protective. It's just a great multi-purpose tool. You really never know when you're gonna need one. Bunny got a Swiss Army knife when she turned 17, so 2 years ago. Yeah, exactly. Exactly 2 years ago when I turned 17 years old. That's when I got my Swiss Army knife. That's why I still have it, because it's only 2 years old. That's right. That's right, Fluffy. Thank you. Thank you for reminding them all that I'm only 19 years old. Fresh as a daisy. not Spawn. Yeah, no, although I would not complain if Swiss Army Knife did choose to sponsor me. Alright, sorry, I'll get through the rest of this quiz. I know I keep yapping. You stumble upon a dead body laid on the side of the road. A quick glance tells you that you're alone. What do? Panic, call the cops and report it, hide the body myself, leave it there, it's not my problem, call and tell a friend about it? I'd probably panic a little bit. That's kind of a traumatic thing to see. But also, I am the dead body. No, I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. Nothing fazed me. But no, realistically, I would probably fucking panic. I don't know. What would you do? What would you do if you saw that? Like, that's the... I don't know. Like, I've never been to an open casket funeral. So I technically have never seen a dead body before. Like, there was a moment when death became tangible for me, but like, I only... There was a casket, so it was covering the dead body. I didn't see it. Listen, I'm a very morbidly curious person. Death fascinates me. And if there ever were an opportunity where I'd be taken into a cadaver room and they offer to show me the cadavers for a scientific research educational purpose, yes, I'd be curious to see it. That would be the case where I'd be curious to see a dead body. But stumbling upon one on the side of the road, that's a bit of a different story. So maybe I would probably end up calling the cops and reporting it eventually. But I think first I'm gonna have to scream a little bit. What would you do? I feel like, as much as I talk about how fascinated by death I am in real life, realistically, if I actually saw a body, I think the story would be a little different. Does the phone have signal, though? Why would anybody choose a phone for a deserted island? You know there's not going to be any Wi-Fi or signal on that island. She was worried he wouldn't find out. Also, she's my coworker, so why would I care? It's not like I was going to ask in the middle of work. Exactly. I don't know, maybe she thought that you were into her or something? I don't know. Or maybe she just trusted you. Who knows? You're definitely not straight now that you have 2.0. No, I definitely don't spend many hours a day just staring at my own boobies. Definitely not. Definitely not. I definitely don't get by panic looking at my own model. She's a bit curved, one might say. A bit rounder now, one might say. Now your parents can embarrass you with all genders. Exactly. Exactly. I'm the meme where the parents are like, oh, she's got no boyfriend, and it's like, she's bi, and it's like, damn, nobody wants her. Leatherman tools are basically the multi-tool. I'll have to pick one up and see how it compares to the Swiss Army knife. While I would like to say, call the cops, do I want to get held up and giving the report and all of the paperwork? Yeah, I don't want to deal with all that shit. So I think I chose the right answer by picking panic. I hate paperwork, and I feel like I would freak out even more if I had to be at, like, a police station for an extended period of time. Also, what if I had to go into witness protection or something? That's a good reason enough to start panicking, I think. Normally not a cop kind of guy, but I probably call that one in. I mean, yeah, it's the most realistic thing to do. But seeing a dead body just sounds freaky. Anybody else lose their watch streak since debut? Just glad I hit 100 just before. No losing your watch streaks. No. How will this person's death inconvenience me? That's spoken like a true New Yorker. The most New York-ass sentence I've ever heard. How will this person's death inconvenience me and my commute? Call the cops. It's what I did when I saw a dead body on the side of the road. Oh, shit. Yeah, I can imagine that's pretty traumatic. But I think you definitely did the right thing upon seeing that. Yeah, I wouldn't poke it with a stick. I wouldn't poke it with a stick. You don't even know how many maggots are on that thing. Yeah, I would probably vomit as well. But yeah, I can imagine that's a traumatizing sight. I'm genuinely really sorry that happened. Oof. But you did the right thing, for sure. According to recent anime, phones work like magic. Even on a deserted island? Is there like a new deserted island isekai right now? Which aesthetic do you vibe with the most? Monochromatic, Crowcore or Kremlin Core, Dark Academia, Y2K, Scene Punk or Goth, Void Punk or Glitch Core. They invent new terms every day, I swear to God. Minimalism, absolutely not. Cyberpunk, not the game. Cottagecore, Solar Punk, Kawaii, or Preppy. Oh, this is a hard one. I like a lot of these. Can I pick more than one? I kind of like monochromatic a lot. I very obviously like monochromatic red, but Dark Academia is also really cool. I also really like the scene and emo and punk look. Glitchcore is kind of cool too. Cyberpunk is also cool. I like a lot of these aesthetics. I also like kawaii. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to go with... would Glitchcore include like, you know, like that kind of 90s computer webpage style? Because that's the aesthetic that I like the best. I'm thinking of isekai with my smartphone or whatever. Oh, so it is a phone isekai. There was a trashy isekai about a guy that brought his smartphone to the new world and it made him OP. Bro, I can't with isekai. I've given up. I've given up on the isekai batch. As punk as I am, I want that solar punk future. I don't know, I'm kind of stuck between the void punk, glitchcore, or the monochromatic. What the hell is crowcore or gremlin core? Like just a bunch of things? That's kind of like art deco. I don't know, maybe monochromatic. I'm probably gonna pick monochromatic actually. I think it's cool. Would you like a Fruitiger Arrow? Yeah, Fruitiger Arrow is cool too, but it's a little bright for me. I always prefer aesthetics that are a little bit like kind of darker or grungier over like the really, really bright, colorful ones, just because, I don't know. I like cozier aesthetics more, so I like something that's a little darker than Fruitiger Arrow. Have you watched Silent Witch? It's nice to have a straight fantasy again. I haven't. I'm really not caught up on new anime right now. I have to see what's out at the moment. I really need to watch. Oh fuck! What's the doomed yaoi that was big last season? That's the one that I need to watch. The doomed yaoi horror anime. Only good thing to take into the isekai world is a water goddess you just met, who ends up being a complete loser. Monochromatic would depend on the color, but I feel like I don't have one color. I would want all my stuff to me. Yeah, maybe I kind of regret picking that now, but I don't know. I feel like Lilith, yeah, because I love all the red. But I don't know. Maybe I should have chosen the glitch core. 2009 Hot Topic. I loved 2009 Hot Topic. I've been watching Silent Witch. I really like it. Is it good? Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm not a shonen person. Silent Witch is great. It's got great noises. Is it spooky? Yes, Summer Hikaru Died. That's the one I'm talking about. I need to watch Summer Hikaru Died. What are you afraid of most? Uh-oh. We're getting into the deep questions. Rejection, abandonment, betrayal, loneliness, spiders, clowns, heights, a specific person, the law, death and its inevitability. Oh, I'm kind of tied between... If we want to get real deep and personal, I'm probably tied between abandonment and loneliness. Those are definitely big fears of mine, but also spiders. I'm very scared of spiders. But if we're but I definitely want to go to the more deep-rooted fears. Probably abandonment, because I do have a fear about everybody that I love abandoning me. That's why I always thank you guys for hanging out with me and sticking around. Because I fear everybody I love leaving me all alone forever. And I get very sad whenever I get ghosted. What time of day do you like the most? Dawn, morning, noon, evening, dusk, twilight, night, or midnight? Well, definitely not morning. Or noon. I like dusk a lot. Dusk is really nice. Dusk and twilight are nice times. Probably, I'm gonna pick the emo answer. I'm gonna pick the emo Robert Pattinson ass answer, and I'm gonna pick Twilight. Twilight is fun. I like when it's dark. When it's dark, it's cozy, and I can curl up in my bed and I can watch TV. Thank you for the head pat. All right, we're almost done here. You've just been invited to a potluck. Congratulations. What do you bring? The pot, obviously. Invited. I'm hosting the damn thing. I'm making the main course, obviously. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm no host. I only like hosting on stream. I don't want people coming to my house. Leave me alone. Go away. I'm bringing dessert. Everybody likes dessert, right? I'm bringing a side dish. I'm bringing chips. I don't know what to bring, and I'm not bringing anything. I like bringing desserts, personally. I think I'm not that bad at making dessert. Either like a dessert or like a side dish. Ooh. Ooh. Or maybe like some kind of cheese-related thing. Like biscuits. I would probably bring like a side dish, I think. Or do I want to bring a dessert? I don't... No. I'm gonna bring a side dish like a baked good. I'm gonna bring a biscuit. I'm gonna bring a nice, delicious biscuit or a popover. Cause it like a nice savory side dish, you know. Cause I'm not good at making the main course. I'm definitely not good at making the main course. Twilight Princess is my favorite game ever. That's one of my favorite Legend of Zelda games. Can't say whether I would like Dusk because my ass is still asleep at that time. Same here. My ass is asleep in the morning. I slept in so late today, guys. I slept in until like 11 today. I think it was because I took a melatonin last night. I entered the tone zone and slept in a little too late. Lilith makes dessert, I think. I'm very good at making sweets. I'm very, very good, but I really like making a good side dish. I like making like a bready side dish or something, like a biscuit or like a type of bread or something. Because I'm good at baking. I'm better at baking than I am at cooking. Lilith brings the espresso martini. Yeah! No, I would make the espresso martinis. I have made espresso martinis before. I made them at Thanksgiving last year. They came out okay. They came out a little strong. But next year I'm gonna get better and better at making espresso martinis, and I'll bring those, and then I'll be the life of the party. Bring the alcohol. There'll be kids there. Bring twice as much. Actually, yeah, realistically, I'm bringing a bottle of wine and some chips. Because I learned in the past year that when you get invited to a dinner party, you should bring something. And that it's usually rude if you don't. Just adult things. You've been supplied with a whiteboard and a whiteboard marker. What is one of the first things that you draw? A penis, Among Us, a person, a favorite fictional character, one of your friends' OCs, a flower, a heart, a big titty woman, an animal or a monster, or a random inanimate object. Among Us. You know what? I'm not even artistically talented enough to do an Among Us. I'm like, how would I draw that? It's like, I don't think I could draw an Among Us character from memory. I usually just, I'm not a very good artist, so I'll usually just draw like a little cat or something. I love drawing a little cat. I love drawing a little cat, so I'm probably gonna draw a little animal. I love drawing me a little cat. A big-tittied woman. My version of drawing a big-tittied woman is just drawing, like, a lady with 2 giant circles. Strong on the espresso or on the martini. Apple-teeny, easy on the teeny. Sanic. Homophobic Sanic. Text your best friend, partner, or group chat right now. I'm so serious. Ask them if you're a cat girl or a dog girl. Doesn't matter your gender. I'm 100% serious. This quiz can wait until you get a response. Alright, I'm texting the group chat right now, okay? Alright, y'all. I just texted the group chat. I need to wait to hear a response. I mean, I'm a bunny girl. Is my answer. Everybody know your cat. Wait, I'm getting a lot of different answers from the group chat. Somebody said that I'm a cat. Somebody said everybody knows I'm a cat. Somebody said I'm a bunny. Somebody said I'm a doggo. Hello, Lord Prettybeard. Welcome. Hello. Somebody said I'm a doggo. I'm getting a lot of different answers. We need a tiebreaker. What am I? I mean, obviously I'm a bunny girl, but I've had people tell me that I'm actually, like, in real life, I'm a very cat-like person. Oh yeah, we've got a poll going. I can't answer until we have an answer. That's what the quiz is telling me. You're a rat girl? I used to be a rat girl. No longer. No longer am I a rat girl. All right, yeah, we'll wait until we get the answers to the poll. But yeah, I remember a couple months ago, me and a bunch of friends went to somebody's house and we met this cat, and the cat jumped onto my lap and it stayed on my lap the whole time. And one of my friends were like, "Oh, how come I stayed on Lilith's lap the whole time?" And one of my other friends was like, "Because she's the most cat out of all of us." Yeah. That's why cats like me. And that's why I need my golden retriever partner to match my black cat energy. But I'm Bumney. So I always like asking people. I always like asking people in real life. I'm always like, if you were an animal, like what would you be and why? And then when they ask me and I say a bunny, they're like, why a bunny? And I'm like, because small and anxious. That's as good a reason as any. Small and anxious. Alright, what are we getting so far? Alright, most are saying other. Most are saying other, so I'm most likely, yeah. I mean, I'm Bunny! I'm Bunny! Alright, I'm just gonna say other. We're gonna go with other. Me Bumney. Which of these images resonates with you the most? What are we thinking, chat? You guys are all gonna say this one. I know this is the one you're all gonna choose, okay? Personally, I think I'm this one. I think this one is realistically the most me. Because this is how you guys make me feel when you throw eggs at me and tell me I'm small. But what do you think, chat? Small cat? I knew you were all gonna pick the small cat. Everybody's gonna say I'm the small cat on the finger, but I think I'm the one crutching. Yeah, I know you're all gonna say the micro cat. Why the micro cat, huh? Is that how you all see me? Is that what you all think of me? You don't think of me as Among Us in the shoes? You don't think of me as the Among Us in the Nikes? Come on. You don't think of me as crushing? No. Well, actually, he has hands. He has hands, so maybe that's not me. Maybe that's not me. Or you don't think I'm the pigeon? You know I'm a pigeon? Because you're cute and small and you love me. Oh, well, when you put it like that. Well, when you put it like that, I guess maybe I am like a small cat. What the fuck is this? Chat, I'm scared. Chat, I'm scared. Hi. Uwu, now it's Mikey's turn to ask you a question. Oh, it's Michael Afton. Okay, we're gonna be fine. Michael Afton from Five Nights at Freddy's. What in God's name am I doing here? Where am I? Aw, come on, Mikey Wikey. Ask the reader a question. Michael, what? Why? Back off, Author-chan is mine. Grr, Author-chan is clearly a pasta like me. Guys, it's like we're back in 2015. Am I? I feel like I'm suffering from an epileptic seizure right now. I don't, what, huh? I don't mind them, haha, they're kind of silly. What do you, what? I don't, what year is it? This was not 2015 talk, by the way. By the way, this was like fucking late 2000s, early 2010s. This was like 2007 to 2011. This was not 2015. This makes me sick to my stomach. Me too. I feel like I'm gonna barf. I feel like I'm gonna hurl everybody. I need a minute. Would you like to be the scary Nick Jr. Spider-Man? No! I don't want to be a spider. The hell is going on? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm scared. Can you guys pick me up? I'm scared. I don't want to be at this party anymore. Close the page and touch grass. And delete the browser history. Delete the browser history. Go touch grass. Go stink bomb your apartment. Do it. Go. Kill your ego. Get some help. Stop. Get some help. Unplug the router. Go reconnect with nature. Go join a nunnery. I like option 1. Girl, what the fuck? And not anymore. I'm unfollowing you on Tumblr. What is this, bestie? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with girl. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bitch, I will kill you. All right, we're at question 41 now. Jesus Christ, that I did not realize that this quiz was gonna have this many questions. Really hitting the big numbers here. Tell me, dear test taker, how are you feeling right now taking this quiz? This will affect your results. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I want to know what the fuck my result is. How do you snore based on 5s? Great. Now this is a question I like. Now this is a question that does not make me want to barf. I don't know, chat. I'm pretty sleepy. I think I've experienced all 3 of these at any given time. A snork, me, a honk shoe, or an I don't know. I love me a good there's nothing like it. It's just a good old dad snore. Why do you think that they had dads snore like that in cartoons back in the days? Like, nobody actually hunk shoes like that in real life. Choosing to ask that right after that wild ride of a question is certainly a choice. Actually, though, if they needed a palate cleanser question, I don't know. I like sniff. I personally like to snore like a cartoon dad, so I'm gonna have to go with the snork me's. I love me a good old snork me, but I do love me a honk shoe as well. A honk shoe is a nice close second. When in public reading smut or fluff, can you keep your face impassive? If you don't read fic in public, this won't affect your results. I have read fic in public. I have fully read yaoi on the subway, and I'm not even ashamed to admit it. I can keep a straight face pretty well. I think I can keep a straight face pretty well. Well, actually, you know what? Actually, it's harder for me to keep a straight face for fluff. Because when I'm reading fluff, there's just some moments that are so, like, tooth-rottingly sweet. I'm like, oh. Although, no. But now the problem is, now the problem is, if I read something that's so tooth-rottingly fluffy, I'll just be like, ugh, gross. Gross. Couples. Ew. Gross. I honk shoe. I am me. I've been reading some Yuri at work and I can't not smile. Yeah, no, sometimes it's hard not to make a face when you're reading the fluff, though. Straight up goonin' on the subway. I don't goon on the subway. I once read like a mafia yaoi and like a mafia yaoi manhwa on the train, and I kept a straight face. It was fine. It didn't get too smutty, too. I mean, no disrespect, Budmun, but you 100% read as the type to read yaoi on the subway. None taken. None taken because it's true. It's true. So I could keep a straight face when I read smutty yaoi. However, the fluff, I don't think I could keep as much of a straight face on. So I'm gonna say yes for the smut. I can keep my face impassive. Which fanfiction site do you read on? Obviously, there's only one good answer, and that is AO3. The fucking king god of fanfiction with the best filtering system you'll ever see in your life. I used to read fanfiction during internships. I love AO3, though. AO3 is great. AO3 is the GOAT. Mafia yaoi. Who doesn't love Mafia yaoi? It was a Mafia yaoi that Crystal told me to read. I mean, if you're not getting somewhere with it, how is it not gooning? I mean, isn't it only gooning if you're, like, you know, like, actually getting off to it while you're reading it? Maybe I was reading the yaoi for the plot. Ever think about that? No, you don't. You don't. Because you don't read yaoi for the plot like I do. I am the superior yaoi reader around here. Oh man, I was a fanfiction.net teen. I regret so much of it. It's alright. I read Wattpad fanfictions when I was younger. I did not, I read all, I went on fanfiction.net. I went on Wattpad. I went on very, very rare websites that probably don't even exist anymore. But the king will always be AO3. What's your favorite animal? There's no fucking bunny option. There's no fucking bunny option, chat! Dog, wolf, cat, bird, cow, fox, rat, possum, raccoon. That's 3. That's 3 animals. Monkey, lion, fish, snakes, dinosaur, sheep, goats. That's 2. Tigers, cheetahs, etc. That's more than 1! I'm just gonna go with a cat. I love cats. I'm a submissive omega? Wait, they didn't even prepare me. They weren't like, are you ready to see your results? They just gave it to me right away. Okay. All right, chat, we got it. I'm a submissive omega. Now to find out what the fuck that means. Is that good, chat? Is that a good thing? A lot of gooners just edge. They ain't even jorking it. What's the point of jorking your peanuts if you're just edging? I was reading all of the Cloud and Tifa fanfics at the time because there was zero hope for more FF7 media. Oh, it's alright. I remember after I finished Persona 4, I was so sad about being done with the game, and I was like, I'm not done with these characters, so I read like every Persona 4 fanfic I could find. There weren't really a lot back then, but I found them. I think it just called you a bottom. Well, we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. We're gonna read it, okay? Here's a submissive omega. Welcome, test taker. Pull up a chair. Sit down, if you please. As a submissive omega myself, oh, okay, I'm honored to have you as a part of the family. Here's some basic things you need to know about your second gender diagnosis. You are the second weakest link. Fuck you. But be thankful that you're not the first weakest. You display prominent omega traits. You tend to, like others, to have control in situations and want people to take care of you. Wait, they fucking are calling me a bottom! You like to ignore when bad things happen to you? Too scared to speak your mind? Omegaverse experts may call you a stereotypical omega? The one fanfics feature? They're reading me, chat! What the fuck? Have you seen that one drawing of the guy with the massive shoulders and the girl with the huge boobs and tiny waist on Twitter? Oh yeah, yeah, the straight Omegaverse books. I'm so sorry. What? You know, I'll keep reading. However, this does not determine how you act. Some submissive Omegas are brash and loud, and others are meek and quiet. But when push comes to shove, you desperately want an alpha to take care of you and fix your problems. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind somebody who's a little more financially stable than me to, like, come along and, like, help me eat. That wouldn't be so bad. But I don't want them to fix my problems. In short, you're mentally ill. We already fucking knew that. And transgender? Well, I'm not that, but, I guess I don't care what my pronouns are at the end of the day. I don't make the rules, I just tell you the facts. Should you choose to enter the workforce, we at Omegaverse Inc. have some recommendations for you. Never work with kids. Look, I'm sorry, but the fanfics are wrong. You cannot be trusted around kids. You would get bullied by them so hard, you'd cry and wouldn't know how to be firm with them. You're hereby banned from teaching, working at a daycare, a school, babysitting, and all. I didn't want to work at any of those places anyway. This answer is mean-spirited. As a submissive Omega, you're compatible with a flirty beta, a dominant alpha, a soft alpha, and a protective beta. You know what? At least they didn't call me a beta at the end of the day. Why'd they have to tell me I was mentally ill, though? But I wake up every morning knowing that. Yeah, they just straight up called me a bottom. Read like a fanfic with bad punctuation. This is written like a fucking fanfiction. Who even made this quiz? How old was the person who made this quiz? Bratty Simpson? Yeah, that's more realistic, probably. I am LGBT. You put shapeshifter as your superpower. That's the trans answer. Oh. I just thought it was the cool answer. This is a wacky and wild quiz. I'll say. I need a drink after that. Damn, bullied by a quiz and children. Yeah, I don't even need the kids to bully me. I've already gotten the quiz to bully me. This quiz can't decide if it's bigoted or not. I know. This quiz, you know what this quiz is akin to? This quiz is akin to when you're at a beach town. You're at a boardwalk on a beach town, and you pass by one of those shirts that sell, you pass by one of those stores that sells things like t-shirts and like, beach gear and like novelty shirts, and the second you walk in there, you see one row of shirts that says like that's pro Joe Biden, and then you go to another row of shirts and it's pro Trump, and you're like, what? The store cannot decide what its identity is. It just wants to sell merchandise and make money at the end of the day. So it's like that's what that quiz is. That's what that quiz was, because they had questions about Andrew Tate and Elon Musk, and they had questions about being gay, and I'm like, yeah, it's like it's a fucking boardwalk beach shop ass quiz. They're more worried about the kids scarring you for life. Kids love me, man. Kids love me. They like my red hair. And they like that I'll actually talk to them like they're human beings. You can't be trusted with kids, but it's because they'll bully you. What? They just found, that quiz just like found 50 different ways to tell me that I'm a bottom. Trans is cool, trans is win. I agree. Trans is cool, trans is win. Trains is cool, trains is win. Being non-binary makes you see things in a trans way. It's like the transparent soup. Its identity is Mr. Krabs. Sponge boy, me Bob. Now do the kink one. That quiz is substantial. I think I'm a little quizzed out for today, actually, everybody. We're at 3.5 hours, and I am very, very eepy. We've had a very, very long stream, just yapping away. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna end off stream for tonight. But thank you all for hanging out with me. This was a fun stream. Fun stream taking the very weird, confusing, Omegaverse quiz that couldn't figure out, what it wanted to be. But that's okay. That's okay. It was still a fun quiz nonetheless, and now I know I am a submissive Omega. I am a bottom. But once again, we already knew that. But yes, thank you everybody for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you to everybody who followed today, everybody who gifted subs, everybody who donated bits. It means the resubbed. It means the absolute freaking world to me. I am going to be back next week, most likely on next Tuesday. We'll be hanging out, having some more fun times. We'll be playing horror games next week. I've got some fun horror game plans in store. Fun, exciting things coming your way for the spooky month of October. Get hype, get hype, get hype. This has been another fun Lilith 2.0 stream. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you, Dr. Karate. Thank you, Wicked Rap. Thank you, Roro. Thank you, Tavok. Thank you, Fluffy. Thank you, Trickproof. Thank you, Lumi. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you all. It means the absolute world to me that you guys were all hanging out with me tonight. I cannot wait to see you all next time. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Please take care of yourselves. Have some fun this weekend. Eat something yummy. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you all soon. Bye, 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 bye.